Hello, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? All right, so welcome back to our next Days Gone feedback loop live stream. I'm about ready to get this started here. Let me go ahead and introduce my co-host. Once again, it is my pleasure to introduce the lovely and talented Britpop bad girl from the best podcast around, Claire Weaver with the Days Gone podcast. Hello, ma'am. How you doing?
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone. I will never get tired of that intro. You make me sound like such a badass and such an awesome person. I appreciate it. I love it.
Well,
How are you?
I think it's going to be okay. New Year's off to a great start so far. All right, so you want to say hi to the chat? I'll let you take the lead tonight. Why don't you say hi to everybody for us?
It is ladies' night, after all.
Hey, wait.
Ladies are taking over.
I didn't consent to that.
We don't need your permission.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Joe Schmo, hello, and Jeremy McGee, and who else? Dandy Denny, Borislav, Cat, Colorful Soldiers, and Worked into a Business. Interesting username.
Hey, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Hello and welcome. All right.
What are we doing?
I'm drinking coffee. What are you doing? Oh, you meant...
waiting for you to play some fucking video games. I don't know.
Oh, is that what we're doing here? Oh, yeah.
Hey,
we got Richie in the chat. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Richie?
And I'd say we're well past those 9 meals.
Yeah, maybe so. Hey, thanks for saving the kid, Deke.
Did we save the kid?
Maybe hold off that
I don't-
hellfire for another day or two.
I don't remember doing that mission. Did I load the right save? I think I did load the right save. They're talking about the completing that mission where you rescue that kid from the cannibals. I don't remember having done that mission. So I think we just got some oddball dialogue there.
I don't think we did that either.
I don't recall doing that. Yeah, I think we got some oddball dialogue.
Reload the right save?
No, this is actually the correct save. I'm about 99% sure we have the correct save up. Okay, so here's what we have going on. I don't actually see any active story missions right now. All we have right now is camp jobs. Marauder Camp Hunter for Iron Mike's camp, Bounty Hunter for Hot Springs camp, and I don't know, what is that? I guess that's like a bounty hunt mission or something. A Marauder Camp, yeah, Marauder Camp Hunter for Copeland's camp. So those are actually the only missions we have right now. So as soon as we go out to start one of these, they'll probably have another story mission come in. Do we want to do something for Tucker's camp, Copeland's camp, or Lost Lake camp?
I mean, any of the above? But does anyone in the chat have a preference?
Yeah, anybody have a preference?
Personally, my preference would be Tucker, just because it's furthest away. We can kind of do that and then loop back around and do the others.
Sounds reasonable.
But speaking of camps, we have a correction to make.
Uh-oh, what did we do?
Correction. No, not a correction for us. A correction for all the people that told us that you, sir, are a pervert and we're hearing sex noises where there are no sex noises. There are sex noises.
Well, now, I mean, hang on. That statement is still partially true, but please continue. Are you okay there?
Yeah. You had said...
Do you need a minute?
Was it in the first or the second episode of the Feedback Loop live streams, or was it?
I don't recall. It was pretty early on, but I don't recall exactly when.
I think it came up on the podcast first, and we mentioned it on the live stream. So you had said that you'd heard in Tucker's camp near all the tents what sounded like people moaning in a sexy sort of way, and you had this theory that maybe Tucker was employing pleasure girls, or maybe not employing them, but like using the women in the camp to pleasure her goons to kind of keep them loyal and whatnot, as like almost a form of payment. The game obviously doesn't really deal with sexual assault in the post-apocalyptic world, which I'm kind of grateful for. I don't think it necessarily needs it.
Yeah,
but
they do keep it very subtle. Yeah.
Yeah, it does hint at it though. There are lots of little hints, and for something like that to be in the game, because you hear it very. You said you hear it very rarely. We've tried it out, trying to hear the noises, trying to like get them to trigger, and we couldn't do it. So I feel like it was plausible, but forget who it was, but someone said, oh, there's a triage unit, like a little infirmary or something right nearby, and we went and looked, and then, yes, we found this little field hospital, whatever you want to call it. So you kind of backtracked and like, oh, okay, the noises was probably moaning from injuries, which would make sense and would kind of confirm that you just have a dirty mind, and that you jumped to the wrong conclusion.
You just made
the
me wreck
moaning
into a
was not
truck.
good moaning.
Hey, what's up?
Was yeah. So the other day, yesterday in fact, I was playing the game. I'm on a Survival 2 Fresh Start. I just got to the bit where you get into Tucker's camp.
Okay.
And she does the little tour on the little golf cart, and she talks about, you know, what they're doing and all of that. And you drive through the camp, and unmistakably, sex noises.
Really?
Definitely.
Now, how can you tell?
Definitely. So you tell me, is there a difference between and
Wait, I'm sorry. How did that go?
It was definitely the latter. It was definitely sex noises.
Okay. And how did it go?
Like, so I stood there. I actually stayed in the camp for about half an hour, which is probably the most time I've ever spent in a camp in all of the camps combined throughout my entire 3.5 playthroughs now. Yeah, it didn't trigger again, but
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it's very rare.
I tried to capture it on video, but it doesn't record because it was in the
During that
the little
cutscene or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I've only heard it very rarely, but when you do hear it, there is no mistaking. That's not. I mean, sometimes the lines can get a little bit blurred and the sounds can be similar. But when you hear that going off in Tucker's camp, there is no mistaking that you're not hearing the sound of people who are injured. That it's a very different sound. But let's see what we have going on here. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. We have Pamela Wren. Good evening. Glad to hear I made it for my first time here on Ladies Night. Yeah, ladies get in for free. Free admission for ladies tonight. Yeah. Let's see. And Kat says she actually never believed that theory. Which, yeah, and Dandy says, you know, some of the Marauder dialogue is pretty rapey sometimes, which it is, actually. Rex, is your memory fading? Well, unfortunately, yes, but...
I mean, we don't know that the theory is that she's using, like,
yeah,
people
we don't know that
prostitutes or anything
theory
like
is legit. That's my assumption based on my understanding of how, you know, the power structure works in an environment like that. Okay,
the idea
so
of living in a slave camp and just, you know,
using
some fun,
the right
doesn't really track. So it could be that there is some sort of either prostitution or forced prostitution or something like that that Tucker's benefiting from, or it could be that two people are just hooking up.
But why?
Or one person's just relieving some stress. I mean, you never know.
That is also possible. But why would they put that in there if it's just two people having fun? You know, they wouldn't put that. There's no reason to.
Camp.
In Tucker's camp, no less. Yeah, I mean, there's no. They wouldn't put something like that in the game because it doesn't serve any purpose for the story or, you know, for the setting at all. And let's see. W.D. Henderson, hello and good evening. Welcome. Ryan is with us now. Ryan, what's up, brother? And Borislav says, I don't stay in the camps long enough to hear that, but it's interesting. Kat says she hung out in Tucker's camp, just chilling in the camp, being helpful. Well, we are headed to Tucker's camp. Since we are talking about that, we're not going to hear it right now. I was going to say maybe we'll get lucky, but since we're actually talking about it, it's not going to happen. Wait, are you laughing because I said get lucky?
No, I was laughing at the joke I heard earlier today. Miranda Satin in the chat and Daryl Patrick, good evening.
Miranda, Daryl, what's going on, folks?
Good morning or good afternoon. I don't know, wherever
depending
people
on
are
where
at.
you're at in the world, yeah. Hello and welcome.
Six the Pain, hello.
Oh, BOP, what's up, brother? Cool. All the
I was
gang
going to
showing
say,
up.
interestingly, you said you'd only ever heard it at night. It was the middle of the day when I was
Was
there.
it?
Which is another oddity for me, because it's always nighttime.
Right. I don't know that I could confirm I've only heard it at night, just that like when it is nighttime and I go to camp to rest to make it daytime is when I normally hear it. So
Because you're scared of the dark.
I am, yeah.
Run to camp. No, please
Yeah.
let me sleep. Do you pull the covers over Deacon's head and like hide under the blanket?
Yeah, but just for privacy.
See, look at you now driving around with your headlamp on because you're so scared of the dark.
I actually did that for you, ma'am, because we were in a tunnel a minute ago.
Lab says, I just want to know where the hell Tucker got hands on a golf cart. There ain't a freaking golf course in sight. There is. The Ripper Camp is a golf course.
Yep, the Iron Butte. And Iron Butte is, what, just south of the Belknap region? So it's not that far.
Actually some cool stuff in the art book about the Ripper, the Iron Butte and the Ripper Camp.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm trying to find it now.
what the hell's the name of the drifter who keeps bringing these in? I can't believe
Actually, let's go ahead and test that now. Why the hell not?
About the Ripper compound, the art book says, the most important consideration when creating interior or exterior concepts for Days Gone was how to express and support the unique story through the environmental design elements of the major locations. Survival groups that appear in Days Gone have their own territories, which are reflections of the appearance and lifestyle of the survival group. For instance, at the time of the abandonment 2 years ago, the resort became the symbolic area of the future home, and the beautiful golf course became a sacred place to worship the Freakers, the characters of the survival groups, which were reflected in the concept art, became the driving force to create a believable new world and story in Days Gone.
Mm-hmm. That's from the art book?
Go back at it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I got nothing this time.
I'm just gonna grab some shut eye.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right, I'll give it one more go here.
I'm just gonna close my eyes for a bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste much time on this. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Yeah, I just noticed John wasn't with us, and he sent me a message here.
my first
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, nothing. Let's move on. But
So,
anyway, I do actually.
Miranda-
I'm sorry. I was just going to say I do actually have a witness now. Another person who knows the game very well has confirmed she did actually hear what I was talking about, and it did sound like what I was talking about.
Oh, correction, I know the game very well, and I know sex noises very well.
Well,
So can confirm.
all right.
Definitely were sex noises.
All right.
I want to catch up the chat. So, talking about the golf carts, Basics Pain says how awesome it would be to drive the golf cart in the game, and Miranda points out that you can actually do that in one of the challenges.
All right.
Heck
See how
yeah.
it is.
We have Borislav in the chat, who is the master of challenge mode.
Heck
And
yeah.
you have a great video on how to do all the challenges, including the golf cart one, which is it's kind of sort of easy, I find, but it's really hard to do it well. With Borislav's video, he really breaks down like how to do it, how to like get the right pattern, and shit, you make it look so easy.
Yeah, right. Doesn't he though?
Yeah. For anyone who wants to do the challenge mode, definitely check out Borislav's channel. He has some fantastic videos. And a new one today as well. Was it today or yesterday? The Icewind Lava Cave mission.
Carries
That
a tire
looks so
iron,
fucking
goes by the
easy.
name of Limbo.
Don't know him.
He
Jealous.
came into camp
I was
yesterday.
so scared.
Turn in some badges, have a few drinks.
Yeah, that's actually the worst horde for you, isn't it? Isn't that the one that bothers you the most? Or at least when you first started?
He
I
beat
just-
a man deep.
I mean, I can do
A
it. It's not that I can't do it. It's just I get
Bowman
panicked.
and
And I
you.
try not to get
Face
panicked,
was
but I
so
get panicked
smashed
because I
in, you
don't
couldn't tell it was her.
like to know the area. Like not being able to really figure out because it's got that sort of it's
asshole,
dark and
Limbo.
it's kind of misty and you can't
Guy
really
says
get a
they've set up
handle
shop
on
at the
where
old
you are. I
Forest
get
Service
disoriented
watchtower
very
on the
easily.
east slope of
But
Three-Finger
Borislav's technique, basically, you
know
don't
where
even
it is,
fucking
and,
move. Like, you just stand there,
Yeah, right.
throw a tractor and a grenade, turn
Yeah.
around, throw in a tractor and a grenade, take 3 steps, maybe have to shoot 1 or
Hell
2
yeah.
freakers,
Right
and
on.
that's it.
That's the art of war right there.
Oh, we have a birthday. 3D Henderson, happy birthday.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Happy birthday, man.
Get to work. Didn't do anything. What can I get for you?
How's it going, Zanny?
I mean, right now you can hear some of Tucker's enforcers beating the shit out of somebody. I mean,
You can even comments on that sometimes. I was playing it
yeah,
earlier.
Deacon
came
does
this back and
comment
he was
on
like,
that
"Hey, leave
sometimes.
him
Like, hey,
alone."
leave him alone. Yeah, right. So I mean, I don't know, just that type of power structure. They have certain, I don't know, certain ways that they use to maintain order within that power structure. I mean, if you know how that kind of shit works, if you know, you know. It's just one of those things. If you know, you know.
Pamela Wren says, I've heard it one time during 6 or 7 times played through. I thought, huh, that was odd. Someone must be in real agony or something.
Right. I mean, sometimes the lines can get a little bit blurred, but generally you can tell the difference between
Yeah.
pleasure
This
and
was
pain.
unmistakable.
Yeah.
Unmistakable. Joe Schmo, it's your birthday tomorrow. I see.
What?
Happy birthday
We
tomorrow.
got a couple of birthdays in the chat. All right.
Yeah. Says, I came across the Rippers trying to sacrifice NPC down the cave hole where they sleep, and I couldn't save him. My shooting and his screaming brought down a horde on us. I was surprised.
That's the Marion Forks horde up there. Yeah.
It's hard to save those hostages, but you can do it. Usually manage to pull
I
it
usually
off,
just
but-
shoot them. I mean, there's no hostage situation if there's no hostage.
Learn that in Speed. Know that movie? Speed,
I'm sorry,
I
what?
fucking love that movie.
Oh,
Speed.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
He
Yeah,
reads.
we've talked about that before. Yeah.
Quiz, what do you do? Shoot the hostage. Fucking love that movie.
Right.
Just have seen that maybe 100 times. Oh, no, probably close to that. Used to work in a video store. I'd always put that movie on when I was working and just watch it on repeat.
A video store. What's that? You're showing your age there, ma'am.
No, it's like a vintage retro thing.
Ah.
This is LA. They do like vintage pop-up things all the time. It's cool. It's like totally hipster.
Yeah. That's a likely story. Okay, now weren't you just asking me about this mission earlier today?
Yeah, looks like Limbo.
Yeah, I just
Shit.
did this about an hour ago.
Right.
Then after I did it and did it really well, I was really pleased with myself. I did actually find a little sneaky trick, which maybe we can go in a minute. But I did it really well. I was super pleased, and I ran back out to my bike, and my bike was buried in the fucking ground. You could literally
Up to the handlebars,
see
yeah.
one handlebar, like just the grip, just sticking out the ground. I just stood there. I was like, "What? Where's my fucking bike?" Like popping the map because I'm on survival 2, so I have the mini maps. I'm like popping the button, like the map comes up, and where the fuck is that guy aiming? Looking up at the
Right?
guy.
Looking up at the sky.
Yeah.
What? That was a headshot. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm just looking for my bike, and then I just see this little thing sticking out of the ground. God damn it! And it wouldn't let me recover the bike.
Yeah,
So
it
you
was
can
too.
do the recover bike.
It was
in the
buried
like,
too deeply. Yeah.
Yeah. had to run all the way back to Tuck's camp. Fortunately,
On foot.
without stamina cocktails either.
Without,
So,
yeah.
didn't bother
Because
to
you
look
weren't
in that yet.
following my best start method to get your stamina cocktails unlocked early.
Yeah, your best start method. I was doing my best start method.
Oh, yeah. Which
Doesn't normally
didn't
require
include getting...
stamina cocktails yet because you don't normally have to run around without your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, if you were using my best start method, you would have had your stamina cocktails. You'd already have your
Yeah, but I'd
SMP9
be like
too.
several days ahead and wouldn't be having as much
Nobody
fun.
cares about that.
I do. I have a very... Did you... So, okay, every playthrough I've done, I've landed almost exactly the same number of days.
Well,
Played
then-
it on normal, 851 days gone. Played it on hard 2, 850 days gone. I played it on survival 2, 849 days gone. And it would have been 851 because I skipped a couple missions. I couldn't be bothered to do them, like, right at the end
Yeah.
of the game. If I'd taken the time to do that, I probably would have been 851.
Okay.
But I obviously have, like, a very
You
consistent...
do have a pretty
speed
specific
everywhere.
routine, yeah, right?
Yeah, I thought you just stopped.
I didn't really take you as a creature of habit, though.
Oh, gotta be surprising every once in a while.
Now, yeah, maybe you should change up your play style instead of always forcing me to change up my play style.
I did your play style and then had to restart the game because I was really frustrated with it.
Use this.
So rude. Hey, check it out. I picked up a green ammo can. All right, so there it is. I know there is a bear trap in these bushes here. I think might even be a second one here.
Right this
You know, it's funny, I've never actually come in this way.
Have you not? Yeah, quite often, because you can get a kill shot on your bounty target from here. Of course, I've already taken him out from being up on the hill there at a high elevation. I think that's the other one. There we go. Okay, did I miss anybody down low? I think there's one guy that comes out of this building over here. Or
Can
moving
confirm,
around.
He does
Yeah, or he's moving around behind that building. I'm not sure which yet.
pop out.
Yeah.
Did this twice earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll move in and take him out. Now, I was giving you a hard time earlier because you didn't have enough proximity mines to set traps for the bikers that are going to come through in a minute.
Yeah, no.
I don't have enough either.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do them. That was my little tip. So once you've killed Limbo, the bounty, you can just pick up his shit and just fucking leg it out of there. You don't need to stick around. They will roll in. Pretty much when you kill... Oh, there he is. When you kill this guy. And then you can just pick up all the stuff, loot all the bodies, and
Yeah.
just peace out.
So just collect the bounty and burn off, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not going to do that.
Fine.
I
Well,
mean,
for
that's-
anyone who wants to play smart and save ammo and resources, you don't have to kill those guys.
Okay. That is actually a really good tip. What I like
They
to
don't follow
do...
you.
I'm sorry?
They don't follow you. I went out...
Oh, yeah, okay.
how to describe which way, down the steps that way, and ran kind of, my bike was on the other side, but I went down that way and ran around the top.
I'm trying to remember where the bikes park at. And I don't know if these proximity bombs will be as effective as the proximity mines. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just put a few out and see what happens.
I mean, if you'd asked, I could have told you, but what?
Okay, well, tell me. Where do they come in at?
Never mind. We'll find out.
Oh, now
But
you
you
don't want
find
to
out.
help. Okay.
I'm here to help. To push you out of your comfort zone, talk story, and give you shit.
Oh, okay. Well, so long as we're clear on the mission objectives.
So we didn't say hi to Jay, who's joined us.
Jay, what's up?
AA, good evening. Ozzy's saying that I'm trying to rope him into another episode of the podcast where we'll talk about Skizzo more than the scheduled topic. I mean, that's probably
Pretty much
not
what
untrue.
happens, yeah.
Although no, and now I'm thinking about it. It is part of the scheduled topic. And it was your topic that you chose. Can't blame me if we talk about Skizzo. Not that time.
Not that time, she says. Hey, where's the motorcycle guys?
They die.
Still got old iron too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Here
they come.
Won't come in until they pick up the bounty.
Yeah, here they come. All right, let's see if we got the bombs in the right spot. Nope,
Could have told
not
you
the
that.
first one. Well, you should have told me then, ma'am.
Didn't ask. I apologize if you can hear my kiddo in the background yelling, Lambo, 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 Lambo. That's his favorite toy.
Burn, you asshole.
How did I miss him? Ah, fuck it.
Gotcha. What the hell are you doing?
Okay, now the fire got him. And looks like... Nope.
Pull it back.
Okay, that's everybody.
This over.
Basics the Pain is asking if what the next episode of the podcast is about. I have not mentioned it yet, so not repeating myself. Don't worry about that. And I don't mind repeating myself anyway.
I know, right?
No, shush. So speaking of Skizzo, no, I'm kidding.
Oh, shit.
Tonight's episode is about, it's just a kind of a casual conversation with a guy called Joey Image, who is a retired professional wrestler, gamer, and just a big Days Gone fan. And if anyone frequents the subreddit, the Days Gone subreddit, he was the guy who went to Bend Studio and got to meet a bunch of the people from Bend, and posted about it on the sub. This was back in September. But yeah, he's just like a real big fan. Played the game many, many times and bought many, many different copies of it throughout the years. And we just talk kind of about our love of the game and the nature of fandom and things like that. So it's just a casual conversation, but it's a fun episode. And then next week, going to have Richie on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the chat right now, Selby Miser.
Now, that one, you're going to be discussing the politics among the various camps, like the political
yeah, that's
structure
gonna be-
within the camps.
Yep.
Interesting. That is an interesting topic.
I'm excited to talk about that.
Yeah.
Very, very excited. That should be a good one.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't had any other story missions pop up. I was actually hoping to run some story missions tonight and get a little further into the story. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a long stream for me. I worked
Just pass me
a...
the controller. I'll carry on. No, throw
Right
it
on.
1,500 miles.
Here you go.
Catch it.
What the hell's the name?
Yeah, I worked a voluntary overtime today. Voluntary overtime, 12-hour shift. To be working another voluntary 12-hour shift tomorrow, and then I start my regular work week. So I'll be working like 6 12-hour days back to back.
Looking
Yeah.
for punishment.
I know, right? Sometimes.
Kat is mentioned there are a lot of articles at the moment about
Oh
Days
God,
Gone.
yeah.
This has kind of destroyed the mood on the sub. People have
Yeah.
actually started complaining about it. I'm a little frustrated. As a moderator of the sub, I like to, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their say. I mean, that's what the sub is for.
Ready to go back at it.
But when people start kind of bringing down the mood and just getting into arguments, name calling and trolling and things like that, and just everyone's getting so het up and passionate and kind of grumpy about all the news articles.
Yeah.
They're being it's been cross-posted to other subs, so we've got
Yeah.
people coming in from other subs just like, oh, this game sucks, and, you know, talking shit about Days Gone. So it's been
Yeah.
a little tough the last few days.
It's really gotten a bit excessive, actually.
Yeah.
I
Really,
think
all
you,
that's
I think you should
happened-
just ban all of them. Really, you should just ban every one of them.
Just close
Permaban.
the sub.
No, well, no, I wouldn't go that far. Just permaban everybody that posts some bullshit article. Just ban them. Just get the
And
fuck
that's
out
why
of here with
Rex
that
is not
shit.
a moderator.
That's why I am not a moderator.
Yeah.
Because as patient and calm and supportive as I am of most new members on the sub and people looking for help and stuff like that, I have absolutely zero fucking patience and zero fucking tolerance for drama. Please fuck off with that shit.
Good piece. Should help out in the shit. Yeah, all right. I'll be here. You seeing you, Deke?
Daryl Patrick saying, I was playing Days Gone. I'm at Lost Lake. The Hordes in the Cascades are not spawning in. I only have beat the Death Train Horde. I'm pissed. Any advice for him?
So, hang on just a sec. Let me take a closer look at that. So, I was playing Days Gone earlier. I'm at Lost Lake, okay? The Hordes in the Cascades are not spawning. I only have beat the Death Train Horde. Interesting. When you reach Lost Lake, all of those Hordes should be available. There is a trick that I know for when Hordes will not spawn, and we know they should be spawning. The thing to do is leave that map region entirely. Like, for example, you're trying to get the Hordes in the Cascades, go to Belknap, come here to Tucker's camp where we're at now. As soon as you get to camp, save your game and load your game right there before you leave. And then going to a different region, saving your game, loading your game, and then go back to where the Horde is supposed to be at. That usually works. I would say probably 90 to 95% of the time that will work. If that doesn't work, then there may be something even worse going on.
You find that son of a bitch.
But yeah, once
Also,
you...
just,
Yeah.
this is probably not really much of a solution, but just double check your mission log or progress
You're
tab,
always the one person I
just
can
in
count on
case
to get things
they've
done.
accidentally been killed by something else.
I have no idea where you and Boozer rode off to.
Or you,
But it's
yeah,
That
I
can
see
happen.
something dumb like
We're around
you've
Tucky, and if
yeah
you need me,
killed
you know how to reach me.
some of them, and
Let's
then
see
a
how
few
far.
have
I'll take
been
your
left
preference.
wandering around. They've been taken out by something, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, that can happen. Like, especially once you unlock breakers, you will... I think it's the O'Leary Mountain Horde. There's a breaker that spawns near that location, and he'll sometimes go in and annihilate that Horde. Dutchy Dutch, what's up, man? So, yeah, what she's talking about is you can go... There are two different ways you can check. You can go into your storylines and progress. You go into progress and check the Horde killer, and it will tell you every single Horde that you have done. You have a check mark beside every single Horde that you have already killed. Another way to check that is to go into the map, and if you look in the lower left-hand region, it will tell you how many Hordes you have left in that area. Which actually, that reminds me, we have Hordes in Cascades now. And we have a couple of Hordes in Belknap. I feel like we have a couple of Hordes left in the Lost Lake area also, but I don't think it's time to get them yet. Oh, hey, check it out. We do have a story mission now.
Hey.
What do we have here? The only one he's got. Meet with Addie. Okay, so we're totally doing that now, right? Go push forward in the story. Cool.
DJ Dizzy in the chat. I got my ass kicked by the first story required Horde earlier. Great level design and explosives around. I just need to fine tune strategy, I guess. I'm
Heck
assuming
yeah.
that's the Tumult Horde.
Yeah, Kimmel train station Horde. If DJ Dizzy we're fixing to help you out, man, you can check out my YouTube channel. I have a couple of really good tutorials for that Horde specifically, and also check out our boy Borislav247, who's in the chat with us right now. He has got a couple of killer videos on beating those Hordes, and either
Then
one
you
will
can take the best elements from
take what works for you,
each,
yeah.
and then make it your own.
exactly. That's why I like to recommend the two, because both my approach and his approach are very effective, but also very different. So just take whatever works for you and get in there and kick that ass. Don't take no shit off them freaks.
Borislav says, I use a lot of USB saves. Very handy to save at very specific points. I do this to access various missions or hordes very quickly.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about auto-saving, destroying everything.
Yeah. You know, and I actually, I was wondering how you managed to get that, the Icewind Lava Cave Horde made so quickly, because I remember I just mentioned that to you just the other day as something that it would be cool to do, and like, bam, the next couple of days he's got the video up. I was like, oh, okay. He either had a save file waiting, or
a lot of free time.
Or a lot of free time to get to that point in the game again, yeah. Only 2 of them? Oh, I'm disappointed.
Miranda points out that Days Gone does not like rest mode.
It does not.
Which is absolutely true.
If you were
start
playing
using rest mode, it will get very glitchy. You'll start losing the floor, or you will have walls where there should not be walls that will box you in. That happened to me one time.
Oh, no. Yeah, if you're playing on PlayStation 4 specifically, do not leave your PlayStation in rest mode while you are playing Days Gone.
Tuck, yeah, I'm here, and I'm guessing you got another job for me. So, okay, I'll stop by. Deacon out.
You want to restart that PlayStation often while playing Days Gone.
Got spam bots.
Nice. Yeah, I still remember the first time we had an actual troll in the chat. We were all so excited. It was like, yay! My channel's finally gotten big enough that I have trolls. Trolls and spam bots.
Mr. Touchy just said, I never turned it off. I played all the way through. It's such a great game. Who would want to turn it off?
Yeah, right? I mean, there is that.
I spend a lot of my time playing Days Gone thinking, you should go to bed now. Then I'm still playing it an hour later. You should really go to bed now. Half an hour later. Okay, you should really go to bed now. Next morning, oh, it's daylight.
Oh, why is it daylight already? Might as well keep playing. Spoken like a true gamer nerd. Yeah, if you've never pulled an all-nighter playing Days Gone, man, you're just not living life right. Yeah, you're not living life right.
How many drifters you guys murdered today, huh? Yeah, I can tell by looking.
Hey! I actually wasn't even trying to get off the bike. I was trying to have him shoot from the bike. How bad did he hurt us? Not too bad, okay. And it was a wasted effort anyway.
DJ Dizzy is asking, do you guys do a more fly-by-the-seat-of-your-pants approach to hordes? My personal playstyle is I take a very slow and stealthy and distanced approach. As many things as I can throw from cover, will throw and try to stay hidden as long as possible. But I don't know if I ever really had
She's a big fraidy cat.
Specific... No, I mean,
big scaredy cat.
Everyone is at the beginning, even you, I'm sure.
Nope.
But no, I never... Yes, you don't lie. Don't try to play
It's my story
cool.
and I'm sticking to it.
You'll see through it. Honestly, I don't know if I really had so much of a playstyle for the Hordes. I just, kind of got a little scared and was trying to combat that. I'm currently, my most recent playthrough, went for I had lost all fear for the Hordes, and was just like, I discovered the MG55.
Oh, yeah.
And was like, this, I'm not afraid of anything, and was like trying, you know, to mix it up and trying different things. And now I feel like I can do that. But I enjoy the stealthy, sneaky, lay traps, use a lot of throwables, and also just like learn the terrain a little bit. That's something that I guess I'm incorporating. Like when they do eventually spot you, like don't panic, know where to go, have a plan.
Use the terrain to your advantage.
Yeah. But just also I like to think of it as know the terrain better than the enemy.
Deacon.
There you go.
It's kind of how I think about it.
Hell yeah.
But I'm still perfecting it, and I'm not by any means a master at it yet. Not like you. Do you want to describe your playstyle when dealing with hordes?
Sure, yeah. I'll answer that question as well. For me personally, DJ, I'm not sure if you're familiar with any of my other videos, but if you've ever seen the Sawmill Horde 500 Freakers No Shots Fired video, that was actually me. So that right there tells you my playstyle when it comes to dealing with the hordes. I will go in and set up, you know, a dozen different routes, and you know, I'll have bombs all over the place at select points, and I'll go in, and rather than just pissing off the horde and running wherever they chase me, instead I set the battlefield and lead them where I want them to be. And lead them into my traps and everything. And then another play style is if you check out Borislav's videos, he just runs in like, "Come here, bitches," and just busts up in there and ruins their fucking day. Over the top, uber aggressive style. So,
and not only does he do that, he takes them out in like 90
extremely
seconds.
fast, yeah.
Like just running up to the sawmill or the Iron Butte Horde or whatever,
Right.
and just being like, "Hey bitches, here, have some napalm molotovs
Right.
to the face. You're all dead now. Bye."
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have going on in the chat? Let's see.
Getting rid of more spam bots. We have Headhunter in the
Hey,
chat.
Hunter, what's going on? Let's see, Hunter says, that was the video I saw when I just... Okay, so that's the first video you saw where you discovered my channel. Cool, man. What do you want, boy? You pushing up on me? Come here and get some. Punk. Anyway, let's go see what Boozer's up to.
Hey, Deacon.
Miranda was saying that she has to stop playing at least an hour before going to bed. It
How's
definitely
Luna?
takes some
How's he
time to
doing?
come down. See,
How the hell are any of us who's surviving?
it took me
Well, then he's
about
doing better than most.
8, 9, 10 months
Listen,
of playing Days Gone before I
you need to
had
keep
a
an
Days
eye
Gone
on
dream, and I was
What do you mean?
bitterly disappointed the whole time that I was not dreaming about this game. It has been obviously a massive obsession for me for the
Right.
past almost a year. And I love, my favorite kind of dreams are zombie dreams. I love zombie dreams. I know Days Gone, not zombies, but still the same subgenre. It's still in that that kind of tone, that kind of realm. And I just couldn't for the life of me make myself have a Days Gone dream. The first one I had was about the fucking Nero soldiers. They were the kind of scariest
you told me
element.
about
I mean,
that, yeah.
they were in my dream. Holy shit, they were like,
Yeah.
they were really, really terrifying.
He'll live anyway.
I want a horde dream. Like that's kind of what I enjoy about dreaming is nightmares about zombies and ghosts and shit like that. Like I actually love nightmares. I know it probably sounds a little weird, but I just enjoy it. Enjoy waking up from a real good scary dream and having that moment of like, oh shit, I'm gonna die feeling, and then realizing, oh wait, I'm not. I'm okay. I got away. But still having that little bit of fear of like, but what if they come back? Or what if being awake is actually the dream? And, you know, I'm
wow.
going to go back into the nightmare realm that I have just come from at some point. I love that kind of shit. I mean, it's the same reason why we watch horror movies.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
It's the same
to be
reason
scared.
why
It's like
you
a thing,
write
isn't it?
horror stories.
Yeah, that may have something to do with it. I also use my dreams for inspiration
There
sometimes.
you go, yeah.
Well, Headhunter had a horde dream recently.
Uh-oh.
Jace had a dream about Black Ops zombies.
Oh, yeah, like the Call of Duty Black Ops zombies? Yeah. My brother and some of our friends, we used to play the shit out of that. We got where we were pretty good at it for a while there when we were practicing regularly. All right, now this mission that we're coming up on now, this is one that I see on the Days Gone subreddit, it gets a lot of hate because it's kind of an odd mission. This is the one where we're going to check up on Boozer, and it's, I got work to do. Go visit Boozer at the Lost Lake Farm. But I think it's interesting if you understand the interaction between the two characters. I think we're actually supposed to go around the side entrance on this one. Yeah. No? They want us to go to the front entrance? Doesn't matter. Hey, buddy. Yeah, and then it still starts me way over there. My bike is parked way over there where I left it, but it started me over at the other gate. Okay, neat.
How's the work going?
I'm having the time of my life, can't you see?
See you around then.
And it's like you drive all the way to this place for that interaction, but it's like it still kind of shows, you know, Deacon's going out of his way to check on Boozer, and Boozer's just not really in the mood to talk about it or whatever. He's not dealing well with his recent amputation.
It kind of reminds me of the mission where you have to go get the bike, Boozer.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
where
we
it's
just did that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same kind of vibe. You're doing something for Boozer that is a lot of effort for you and gets no reward or kind of appreciation. I mean, maybe more so this one.
Yeah.
But like you say, on Reddit, you know, people are always like, I don't get this mission. Or with the one where you have to go get the bike, everyone thinks that you have to run to get the bike and not drive up there. And then you find out that the game will actually bring your bike back for you. And you don't need to do all that. This one, it's like you just drive up there. It's like 2 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, right.
It's like, okay, you're done. But the first time you play it, you're like, what the fuck? And then you realize what it's doing with the story.
Yeah.
How it's...
Why they're having that interaction.
It's establishing this sort of...
Hey, Hattie, you there?
This sort of deterioration of Boozer's mood,
Hey, so,
thinking into depression.
Yeah.
He's pulling away from Deacon. You know, he's not, like, telling Deacon how he feels. It's just like, yeah, see you later. Whatever, bye.
Right.
Maybe he's a little pissed at Deacon for bringing him the bike, which maybe triggered
That's possible.
his depression.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on
It's like,
him.
oh,
I'm
Deacon
gonna
doesn't
make
get
sure
it.
he
Yeah.
He's not the person I can confide in. Not that Boozer is the kind of guy to confide in anyone, but he probably feels even more alone. Because at least when, you know, prior to him losing his arm, Deacon was constantly trying to be there for him and would do helpful things like get the bandages, get the lavender balm, get, you know, look out for him, give him his shotgun back, things like that. Now, Boozer's probably thinking, no, this guy went and got me my bike. Can't fucking ride it.
Yeah.
Just rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. It's like, maybe he's just kind of a little bit sick of Deacon, and Deacon's, you know, still riding around. Like
And it's also Deacon's fault that he lost his arm.
It's also Deacon's fault that he lost his arm.
Yeah.
But look at the difference that they're in. You know, Deacon is riding around, killing freaks, taking on hordes, doing bounty missions. Boozer's farming.
Yeah.
It's fucking and with one arm as well, like trying to use that fucking hoe.
Yeah.
Like,
right, where Deacon is up to his armpits in hose, and Boozer is literally standing there slinging a hoe with one arm.
We gonna starve?
Yeah.
What do you need?
Oh, I get it.
Just wandering around.
Fish runs are thinning out. Game is getting
Oh,
scarce.
Borislav is leaving. And we're
Oh,
not
hey.
behind on the chat.
Good night, bud. We'll see you later.
Just stopping in.
But I'll tell you this much.
Let's
not
go
turning
back.
on each other.
I know I missed something.
Sir.
No, I don't think so, Cope. Not today.
All right. Well, I think we're about to start one of your favorite missions
Okay.
with your homeboy Skizzo.
So Dutchy Dutch, I'll ask Rex your question in a minute.
Oh, yeah, we got time. What's up?
Have you seen that Jeff Ross post about Days Gone 2? Was the question to you. We did just talk about this a few minutes ago. This
Yeah.
is the thing that's blowing up on Reddit.
No, I didn't look at it. I usually just skim right past those. Yeah, because I read one that was, I think it was on IGN, and that was all I needed to see. There were maybe two lines of actual information, and the rest of it was all supposition and, guesswork.
Definitely got Reddit in quite a tizzy.
I try really hard not to take that stuff too seriously. All right, so we ready to go hang out with your boy Skizzo for a minute?
Yeah, let's go.
Still think it's interesting that in the art book it confirms that he actually was just an accountant or working in an accountant firm or something.
We lost who? When?
A few weeks back, Torres and Evans looking for supplies. I told you that they were...
No, God damn it, you didn't.
I told you that we went after them, but the entrance was caved in. Their bikes were outside.
Skizzo
but the
pulls that
place was
whole,
crawling.
we
You
lost
remember?
those people, like, I told you
I don't even know
already.
if they
Yeah.
made it inside.
What's the
You
trouble?
remember, and
We just...
He didn't tell him.
I want to come back to, yeah, I want to come back to that in just a second. I don't want to talk over the whole
The
scene.
mine
Gotcha.
getting ready to expand.
Sure, and there's probably explosives stored on site.
Yeah. Except now Skizzo tells me we may have lost 2 men on the inside.
Hey, I never
May
said that,
have.
Mike.
Well, look, give me the map. I'll go get the explosives and
Mike,
I'll
hey,
have people
Will.
inside. What the hell is going on?
You may trust him, Mike, but I don't. Tell me, how much is Tucker paying for a box of TNT these days?
But you hold on. He's doing his part.
Oh, really? He's doing what? Besides breaking the treaty with the Rippers, skipping work, staying out with Ricky all day, what's he been doing, huh?
What you been doing, huh? Sitting on your ass while everyone does all the work.
I keep this camp safe. From marauders, thieves.
Do you though? Do you?
Knock it off. Knock it off! Hey, you don't trust him? You go with him. Do you remember something? Both of you, remember, we are all part of the same camp.
That's fine. Fine by me. In the morning, we'll take our bikes and we'll go.
We'll go right now.
Now.
Yeah,
Now. In the middle of the night.
sure. You know, it's dark out. There'll be less freaks inside.
Fewer freaks.
Right. Oh, since you've been skipping work, you've been chasing out black
Alright,
choppers and now you're some
Stannis.
kind of freak expert.
Don't need to be a fucking expert to know that the freaks come out at night.
Okay,
yeah?
come on, enough already.
Okay. Okay. You want to go now? We'll go now. But I'll hold on to this.
Jesus Christ. Hey, look, he's got his issues, just like everybody else does. But he does his job.
Tell that to Torres.
Yeah, does he though? Yeah, does he really?
I mean, he is trying to keep the camp safe from drifters,
Sure, he's not gonna have some kind of accident.
like Deacon.
Jesus.
No, I mean, well,
So,
yeah,
did you have something you wanted to say about that? About
everyone has Skizzo. Sorry, my feed is just slowed down. Yeah, everyone has like a Skizzo in their life, and I've said before, mine is a guy that I used to work with. He would pull that shit all the fucking time. Like that whole like, oh, I told you this, and it's pure like gaslighting, like something that I want
Yeah.
you to believe, and I've just made up in the moment. Oh, I told you that yesterday.
yeah.
You don't remember that? That's
Yeah.
unusual because I definitely told you. And yeah, so that whenever I hear that, I'm just like, oh, it's like fucking guy whose name I won't mention, but it reminds me of that guy.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
See you when you get back.
And that's the thing is we all know somebody like Skizzo and
My second
can't
part is
stand them.
the names of the two people in the mine. Who are
Torres and
dead
Evans?
Are names. Yeah, are names on Skizzo's shit list.
Yes, they are. That is
And pull that up,
correct.
do you have the collectibles?
On this playthrough, I do not believe so. Let's take a look. Do you know where we're looking? You don't have. You don't. You probably don't know offhand, do you?
Be in the character collectibles, 27, 26, something like that.
No.
Maybe earlier then. Sorry, I could be wrong.
It's
Not
okay.
many in this.
Skizzo's shit list. On this playthrough, I really wasn't messing with the collectibles because I think it's on my PlayStation 5 playthrough that I did everything. Okay, so
Look
what
at
we
that.
have.
Torres and Evans. What's that say? Get rid of him.
Let's see. Can
Bring it back.
I can use my mouse pointer here. So what we have here for anybody who's not familiar with this is a character collectible for the character Skizzo. This is Skizzo's shit list. And this is a list of people that he was wanting to get rid of that was found in Lost Lake. And if you look, this Josh Harper, Dan Lane, those are two people that you have bounty hunter missions on, aren't they? And what's interesting is that Ricky gives you the bounty hunter missions. So in some way, Skizzo has manipulated even Ricky into putting a bounty on these people and recruiting Deacon to go hunt Joshua Harper, Dan Lane.
Or has manipulated those people into doing something
dumb enough to get them on the list, on the list to be... And this Torres and Evans, these are the two people that disappeared in the cave that he was just telling Iron Mike, oh, I told you about those guys. Yeah, you don't remember? And he's got a special note here, get rid of them. And then Addie Walker, is she even a real doctor? And of course, we find out later she's not. She was actually a vet. And then Ricky Patil, he wants to get rid of Ricky. He wants to get rid of Boozer. Lindsay, now, Lindsay, is that one of the twins?
I think so.
Holy shit, I never caught that. That's one of the twins. Is that the twin that dies?
I don't remember.
We will, when we do that side mission, we'll pay closer attention to that.
What's the name? Lindsay
Fuller. Lindsay Fuller, yeah.
I'm going to make a note of that right now.
Okay. Good girl. So Lindsay Fuller... Two Dog, Jesus H, he says. And Two Dog is the one that, he's the one that you have to track down at the sawmill who was turning in human ears as bounties. Red Riley is just a piece of shit. Jeremy Givens is the kid that you have to rescue. And he's got a note here saying he's a careless little shit. So he's trying to get rid of the kid, Jeremy Givens. Joe Haslin.
Get eaten by the cannibals?
I believe so. So. Yeah. And then Joe Haslin is one of your bounties as well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And then Buzz Simon. Buzz is the fucking mechanic. Isn't he the mechanic here at the camp? Buzz is the mechanic here. And then, of course, Deacon St. John, underlined bigger, written, I guess Boozer and Deacon are written the largest, but Deacon St. John, why is he still breathing? So, yeah, this is Skizzo's shit list, and all of these names on here coincide with some kind of mission where something bad has happened to these people, where Skizzo has engineered the situation to get rid of them, either as a bounty or, in the case of Lindsay Fuller, ends up being captured by marauders. Jeremy Givens ends up being captured by marauders. So aside from Buzz, I think Buzz is the only one that is okay. I don't recall anything bad happening to Buzz.
Mm-hmm. Now, interestingly, I had this, it may be a little tinfoil hat, maybe a little overthinking it.
Surely not. Not you. No.
Overthinking things about Skizzo? Assuming that, okay, because we have the two different theories as to Skizzo's background. Jason Spizak, who played Skizzo, confirmed that the gangbanger backstory is true, but we don't know for sure if that's just what he was told so he could play that part better, or if that was a detail that's perhaps changed along the way, like maybe he was originally intended to be a gangbanger, and now, as the game gets developed further, they kind of tweak that storyline, so it's like he just...
That is possible.
...that way. Art book tells us that Skizzo's backstory, as Deacon sees it, that he was an accountant. His daddy's law firm, the art book confirms that Skizzo was an accountant and is sort of playing at being a tough guy. I personally believe the former theory, but...
You believe which one?
It's left that he was a gangbanger.
I don't buy it. I don't.
Well, okay.
I mean,
let me get to my
go ahead.
point.
Yeah, go ahead.
The shit list. So so saying he is an accountant. So that's what you think. That's what a lot of people think.
No, he worked in an accounting firm.
I'm sorry, worked in an accounting firm. And we do find the graduation card from his grandparents. The congratulations on graduating. We don't know if it's high school or college. Let's assume to work in an accounting firm, he's probably pretty academic, I mean, why would you want to go work in an accounting firm unless you're like good with numbers and things like that? He's probably a pretty smart-ish guy. Not super intelligent, but handwriting on the shit list is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I have a theory, and this is a little harebrained, a little
Go ahead.
tinfoil hat, but my theory is that the shit list was that's not his real handwriting. That it is his shit list, but I think he kind of sort of faked his handwriting.
Like he's faking his handwriting to look like a. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just
either to because he does several times downplay his intelligence.
Yeah.
I think it's very clear that he is smarter than he wants people to think that he is. It's either downplaying his handwriting to look less smart, whatever reason, or he's doing it as perhaps an out. If anyone finds that shit list, he can say, "What the fuck? This is all."
That's not me.
Like some of the kids' handwriting, like that's not
right.
No, that's not my handwriting.
Right, because the note doesn't say Skizzo's shit list on it. We find it identified as Skizzo's shit list. So I have a point on that, but we've got a couple of clarifications in the chat here. Let's see. Dandy Denny says Harper kills Lane, and then you go to hunt Harper.
Yes,
so that's what happened to Dan
yes.
Lane. Yes, that is. I believe that is correct. And then
That
Lindsay. I'm sorry.
That goes into the whole Skizzo setting up people to
Setting up people,
on
yeah.
his shit list that then gets those people in trouble and gets them on Ricky's hit list for the bounties. So
Right.
he's taking out two birds with one stone.
And Lindsay,
See, that's what I mean. Skizzo is fucking smart.
maneuvering shit to get rid of the. No. I mean, you're absolutely right, because whether he was working in an accountant firm or whether it was actually a dangerous gangster or whatever, dangerous gangbanger before the collapse. Either in any case, what we can see right now is that he is expert at manipulating things within the camp to get rid of people that he finds undesirable or people that can challenge his authority. And then let's see. Hunter says Lindsay was the girl that used to work the supply store before Blair. And Red Riley is the one that kills Lindsay. So something happened there. He got rid of Lindsay and Red Riley. Somehow by engineering that situation. Jean-Sebastien says, "Hey, Spawnicus, I find it incredible you're still on Days Gone discussing the story. It felt to me the story was quite straightforward and simple, but I can see there's more to it." And that's something that Claire and I discussed in the Days Gone podcast, one of the earlier episodes that we did, where Days Gone is like a still lake. If you're just looking at it, it doesn't appear to be much going on there. But when you dive in head first and you see how deep the waters really are, that's when you see more of what's actually going on. Pamela says the twins are Abby and Gabby. So I did have that wrong. And Skizzo could be both, actually. Gangs do need to launder money, so maybe he was an accountant for the gang. He was a janitor, and that's what I was going to say. DLC Drone says, it just says in the art book that he worked at an accounting firm, which, I mean, he could have been the guy scrubbing the toilets, so it doesn't require, good handwriting or whatever. And then
You can just say that he believes that, or he'd heard that Skizzo worked in his daddy's
accounting firm. Yeah, right.
Which, again,
Mopping
Jason
the
Spizak
floors.
said that Skizzo does not have a father figure. He doesn't have a daddy. So
yeah. And which,
Deacon, trying to talk shit, but
we
have that contradiction, so we don't know for sure.
And the art book doesn't say what he did at the accounting firm, just that he did work in an accounting firm. But what I was going to say is, I mean, I don't like to tell too much about myself, but I mean, I've dealt with dangerous people. I've dealt with serious gangbangers. I don't buy it. If I met this motherfucker, that's a punk ass bitch. I have no fear for this motherfucker. He may be smart, he may be crafty, but he's a punk ass bitch, and I got no fear for him. So, I mean, I don't think he was really a gangbanger. I think he's a fucking poser. And that's just how I read this character. He's a fucking poser. He's very smart. He's able to play a role, but
there are a lot of gangbangers who are posers and are not as dangerous as they seem and join gangs to try to, be tougher than they are.
Yeah.
He could be one of those.
Could be. Sure.
He's
Why not?
a good gangbanger or a dangerous gangbanger. I mean, I still think that he is very dangerous.
I think he's dangerous now. Yeah.
Manipulation behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah. I would not want to be on
his bad side. Yeah.
Unless Skizzo, definitely.
Deacon, you there? This is Lost Lake
Yeah, he could
Camp.
definitely make bad things happen to you now.
What's up?
I stopped by to see you. Obviously, you're not there.
Skizzo and I are on a run for Iron Mike. I'll be back by morning. What's up?
I just wanted to see when we can get out, fix that
Well,
transformer.
the last time you
Oh shit! Oh, we're not gonna
so
make
you
it.
play this, you went
Nope.
into a tree.
Nope. I dodged the tree, but yeah, I'm not losing to Skizzo. Fuck that motherfucker. I will save scum all day long if I have to. I'm not losing to Skizzo.
You don't have to take such a direct route. I follow
Yeah.
Skizzo most of the way and then
Do
just
you?
burn past him right at the end.
Okay. I usually just I usually what do you call that? Polar bearing it.
Yes.
That's
That's how
pretty
I
much
like
what
to.
I do.
I would do everything. That's
Just
what I
polar
call
bear
it.
it.
Polar bears have this thing where they will walk in a straight line towards their destination. If they want to go somewhere, they will go straight to it.
Yeah.
They will just go over any obstacles in their way rather than take the time to go around, which I think is really interesting. That's how I like to walk and how I like to drive around in Days Gone. It never serves me well. I have to force myself to stay on the path because I'm always running into trees and rocks and going off cliffs like you just did, just kind of getting that angle kind of wrong and getting like flipped off the bike.
Yeah.
I crash into cars as well. I oversteer and then I like countersteer too hard. Fucks me up. It's the countersteer that always fucks me up. Every fucking time.
I'll be waiting
I don't.
for you.
I just cannot get it. And I've changed the settings for the camera sensitivity.
Oh yeah. Did that help?
Oh,
I remember we talked about that the other
really,
day.
A little bit, but not really.
Yeah.
It might have psychologically helped me a little bit by thinking that it's helped.
Yeah,
I
Ricky.
still
What's
think
up?
crashing.
I stopped by to
Yeah.
see you.
Better than I was.
Obviously, you're not there.
Skizzo and I are on a run for Iron Mike. I'll be back by morning. What's up?
I just wanted to see when we can get out, fix that transformer.
That hot shower still calling your name?
Well, Quasi brings up that the shit list makes him think more and more that Skizzo gave Boozer the bottle of whiskey
Get out.
Yep.
for cutting
I
him
agree.
loose, which, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he's the kind of man that can read the situation,
What took you so long?
read people,
Let's get this done.
and realize kind of all the different things that are happening.
these
Like,
belong
there's
to
so
Mike's
much that he's
men?
been holding in his
My
head.
men.
Like,
Yeah.
who's thinking what, who's in what mood,
Torres
who
and
do I want to
Evans.
get rid of, who can I use
They weren't
and
drifters.
manipulate to get rid
They've
of
been out in
someone
the shit a
else
few
that I
times.
want to
thought
get
they
rid
could
of.
handle it.
Yeah.
And then what can, and he's playing chess constantly in his
Yeah.
mind with people, with real fucking people,
Shit's
and
already been hard
winning
enough.
at it.
Yeah. Until
I
Deacon
think
slits his throat.
Deacon, up until Deacon, he was winning. I mean, we could talk about this all night, but
Because there were too many freaks.
yeah, Skizzo is
That's
a
why.
very, I think, very smart, very manipulative, very dangerous man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Only a lot more. Come on.
You do have a thing for the bad boys, don't you?
Basics of Pain says, Rex, you know Skizzo is a fictional character, right? You have a lot of very directed agitation for a made-up person. You jealous.
Actually, no. It's
jealous of Skizzo.
the thing is that I know a lot of people like him, and I can't stand any of them. Most of them.
Headhunter says he maybe gave Boozer the whiskey as a, quote, peace offering.
I don't believe so. I go more with
Boozer to drink it.
I go more with Quasi's idea of it, that it was in an effort to get him drunk and get rid of him.
No, the same, yes, but to present it to Boozer
As a peace
Hey, bro.
offering, yeah,
been down
okay.
recently, here's, peace offering for me, cheer you up a little bit. Then, boom, Boozer gets drunk, wanders out. Almost gets eaten by a horde. Skizzo pops as another name off his list.
You knew it was coming, right? Okay. I'll stop fucking around.
Could see me right now, you'd see I was giving you the finger.
Which one? Wait a minute. Where are you putting that finger? I did not consent to that, ma'am.
Neither did Skizzo.
Calm down, Weaver.
He threw that Molotov at him.
Calm down, Weaver.
Got it. Skizzo! I got him.
Great. Look around. See if you can find some flares.
Wait a second. You didn't bring a flashlight?
Yeah.
Just remind me you are a frequenter of the subreddit Fuck Skizzo.
I am. I'm actually I'm a subscriber of the subreddit Fuck Skizzo.
So am I, but I got confused about the name.
Skizzo!
I thought it meant something.
Found a box of flares.
Hey, see if the door's open the door. I'll come in and grab them.
You do have a thing for the bad boys, don't you?
I mean, B? I guess I'm not denying it.
Over here.
Might as well own it, you know? Shit.
Give me the keys.
What, you mean like these keys?
Yeah, hand them over.
Hey, I got an idea. How about you lead us to the strong
I didn't
boxes?
name my
I'll
bike
unlock 'em.
after one of my favorite bad
You
boys.
got a problem with that?
No problem. Just don't lose them.
Yeah, what's his formal name? Rafe?
Hmm?
I got them. Let's head in.
You're so funny.
If Adler, Uncharted 4. Wait a minute.
You all right?
Wait a minute.
You need
Wait
a minute?
Hang
Uh-oh,
on.
you
no,
need a
no,
minute?
No, we're good. I'm just looking something up. Hang on. Hang on.
See? It's just like I said.
Looks like we should be able to squeeze in through here. Give me a hand.
Do you need me to pause this? You working on something?
Working on some.
Here, push.
Dandy Denny says the only reason that Deacon made it out of the mine is because he kept the keys.
Got it. There.
Yeah?
Looks stable to you?
Oh, Hunter says he enjoyed Rafe as a villain.
Wait, Quasi said, did you check the mod list for that sub? I thought you were trying to tell me that you were a moderator. Well, no, Rex is a moderator, but...
Oh, me? No, I'm not a moderator. Just I have contributed to that sub.
Never said that.
Yes. No, but I thought Quasi was saying he's a moderator.
Oh,
Shot. We'll bring him right back.
that would not surprise me.
I heard you already. Jesus.
I mean, honestly, though, I don't think that Skizzo is planning to kill Deacon here, because he could just kill him and take the keys. You know, just because he has the keys off him, on him, doesn't mean that Skizzo can't take them. Because after we get out
He
of the
could
mine,
try.
he has... Well, I think Skizzo always has, like, a couple backup plans. I think that's something that a lot of people miss, that he has main plan, and then another plan. It's almost like when you do magic, you know, there's usually, like, 2 or 3 tricks that have the
right.
same starting point. Depends on how people react. You get a feel for how they are responding to your instructions, to figure out which trick you actually want to go through with. And I think Skizzo's kind of the same. Like, he has 2 or 3 versions in which he either kills Deacon, and it's yet another mine accident, you know, the freaks get him or something
Yeah,
like that.
which would raise suspicion, since there were already 2 deaths there. Or,
I mean, Skizzo would have some way of spinning it. That's the easy part.
yeah,
Or when he gets out of the mine, remember the conversation they have? It's obviously coming up. It's the whole, I Mike's crazy, I Mike's gonna get everyone killed. Hey, Deke, how about you and I run Lost Lake?
Yeah, looks like they boarded
yeah,
it up.
which is
And you know, the clever thing...
which
the
is
clever
plan
thing
A,
about that-
really.
Possibly. The clever thing about that is Skizzo doesn't want to run Lost Lake himself, because he knows that that's...
He wants to be the
what
shadow
stupid
player
people
behind the scenes. Yeah, sure,
don't want to
sure.
be the main target. Whoever's running Lost Lake is the main target. You want to
Yeah.
be right-hand man, or you want to be in charge. And
Yeah,
a man like Skizzo can... Anything that goes wrong, anything that's losing people's favor, he can turn it onto Deacon.
yeah.
Deacon will be the scapegoat.
Make it Deacon's fault because he was actually the one in charge. Yeah, sure.
And then Skizzo puts someone else in charge, and he's never himself in direct danger.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You know, I you'll never catch me disagreeing that he is a very well-written villain, and he is a crafty motherfucker. You know, there's no denying the intelligence that was written into the character Skizzo. If you are looking beneath the surface of the still waters. Let's see, Headhunter says, I was literally saying out loud he could try to take the keys from Deacon. Joe says, again, Claire, Skizzo is a punk-ass bitch. He hates getting his hands directly dirty. Think about it. He doesn't kill anyone with his own hands.
That's what I mean.
Does he have a body count that he actually killed anybody? I think he's the one that shot Iron Mike, actually. I believe there's a line of dialogue where he says, I didn't want to shoot him or something after the militia incident. So anyway, we'll get to that later in the game. After Skizzo and Deacon make it out of the mine, they have an interesting conversation, and yes, they do. You know, you may be right, Miranda. I don't think you can get into this mine before the story. And Kat says he wouldn't know if he could escape the mine with odds against him without Deacon. Yeah, absolutely. Dandy says, put the knife away. I was just kidding around. I wasn't really going to cut him. I just wanted to scare him a little bit. And Skizzo wanted to manipulate. I'm sorry.
Skizzo did kill Iron Mike. Headhunter confirms Skizzo.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, he's actually the one that shot Iron Mike. And then Skizzo wanted to manipulate Deacon into being the scapegoat. Yeah, that's exactly what Claire was saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Quasi says, you know, once Skizzo shoots Iron Mike, he's already been pushed to the breaking point and beyond, because he's already lost all influence with Lost Lake Camp at that point. Lost his position as Mike's right-hand man. So it's another one of those things that, you know, like, no matter how crafty you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how good you are at manipulating people to do things, that shit's going to come back and bite you in the ass eventually, you know? Someone who
doesn't always work, and when it doesn't work, you're fucked.
It doesn't work really, really, really fucking bad. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What's it look
You know, somebody like Deacon comes along who can and will call you on your bullshit.
Thing's a fucking maze. Gonna need help knowing which tunnels we checked.
It's funny
Go left here.
how much Deacon cares about seeing through Skizzo's bullshit. Because remember, he's just a drifter. He doesn't want to join a camp. He has no interest in being at Lost Lake. He's only there to help Boozer.
Right.
Yet now here he is getting invested.
Yeah. And I think the thing about, you know, you mentioned how Deacon seems to care so much about seeing through Skizzo's bullshit. I think that's really just part of his nature. He is a very perceptive person who sees what's going on behind the scenes, and he's disgusted with everyone else for not seeing it. It's very, to a man like that, it's very frustrating, or even to an individual like that at all. It's very frustrating to see other people being fooled by someone like Skizzo, you know? It's like, how do you not see through this? How do you not get what he's doing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I also think the Deacon, he strikes me as the kind of man who values justice over mercy. You know, just thinking about his past and, you know, being in the military, being in the MC, you know, he seems to be someone who gravitates towards
That's a tight squeeze. You got
kind of ordered systems that have very clearly defined codes of ethics.
Yeah, okay.
Things like that. And yeah, he just strikes me as someone who in his past life was probably believed a lot in justice, and so he's lost that for a couple of years, but as part of his arc in the story, you know, he's coming back to the man he once was. He's coming back to the man who cares about other people, and the man who you know, can have hope for the future and things like that, and can have relationships and be a part of society, and can redeem himself where he's been in the last couple of years, these dark times. I think that's part of what we're seeing here, is that he is coming back to being a man with a sense of justice, and it is unjust that a man like Skizzo, like you say, is walking around manipulating people and no one's fucking seeing it.
And nobody's fucking seeing it, yeah.
And he's like, no, I've got to set this right. I've got to make people see that Skizzo is fucking with everyone, and it is unfair and unjust to the people that Deacon cares about. Ricky, Boozer, Iron Mike, Addy.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Skizzo, hold up. This doesn't seem right.
And see, even here, as smart as Skizzo is, or as street smart as he pretends to be, it's still Deacon who's like, hey man, something ain't right here. There's something wrong in this mine. We're getting turned around. Are you sure you're looking at the map right? It's Deacon's.
Maybe this is when Skizzo's trying to get rid of him.
No, this is the Newt fucking with them moving their flares. Maybe it is, yeah, maybe you're right. But I think they get turned around there because the Newt moved one of their flares.
Now, wait a minute, God damn it! This is the main tunnel.
What?
It's the main tunnel. You see the tracks? We weren't following any tracks on our way in.
What the hell?
Maybe Skizzo, like Fozzie says, just has a crappy sense of direction.
Yeah.
He's got the flare and the map.
And is fucking lost.
Like,
yeah.
Dude.
Yes. Maybe he's not quite as smart as we're giving him credit for.
I do always get lost in this bit because you walk so fucking slowly, and I'm like, oh, which way are we going? Do I need to keep walking? Can I wait here for a minute? Headhunter points out it's probably Deacon's military training kicking in.
Yeah.
Probably, has a good sense of spatial awareness.
Very well-developed sense of navigation. Yeah, sure.
One. It's all it takes to bring all the freaks in these tunnels down on top of us.
Danny says, I never got why he called Deacon fat. Just to be an asshole. I did think it was kind of funny the way they dig at each other sometimes. Hey, can you fit through there? You're like, hey, who's the one who sits on his ass in camp all day? I do like the way they kind of dig at each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes, this way.
Shit, get back here. Come on, you shit. Give me back those fucking keys. Where'd you go?
Kat says this is Skizzo's most stupid moment.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, because he doesn't know to keep his fucking gun put up inside this mine. Yeah, agreed.
Oh, again, I don't know if he's...
Think he's trying to get Deacon killed?
Possibly. At least trying to make sure Skizzo comes out of the mine alive.
He's putting himself in extreme danger right now in order to pull that off. I think it... I don't know, it's another moment...
He just doesn't buy it. He thinks Deacon's being overkill. Like, yeah. Whatever, dude. Like, the mine's gonna come down. It's been here for decades.
Yeah.
Skizzo, stop shooting! What?
No, really. Stop shooting. I always want to plant some mines here, but you can't. And I'm hitting Ghost of Tsushima buttons. Dang it.
You could plant... Can you not plant a mine at all? You have to use the
no. See, if you look at your see, everything is locked. You can't. Well, I can. Can I throw Molotovs? Look, you can throw Molotovs. That's fun. Interesting. So what else can we use? See,
of course, he says parry, dodge.
I know. I was literally hitting.
You were standoff.
I was actually hitting Ghost of Tsushima buttons earlier. The dodge button is different. I was trying to hit circle. Oh, hey, look, and that's how Skizzo died. Anyway, what were you saying?
No, I was playing this earlier. Ghost of Tsushima, and I was pressing circle to
hitting circle to dodge. Yeah.
Why is this not working? And that's why you don't play any of the games. You don't just let the days go on.
I guess. So we can throw Molotovs in here. That is fun. I didn't know that.
Headhunter says Jin from Ghost of Tsushima would be godlike against these freaks.
Oh man, wouldn't he though? Jeez, yeah.
That would be a cool crossover. Can you imagine like a Horde fight, but in like the Ghost of Tsushima world?
With your sticky bombs and stuff like that. Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think of like the character Michonne from The Walking Dead. You know, I mean, what's one of the single most effective weapon in the zombie apocalypse? The fucking samurai sword. You know, that's one of the single most effective weapons against, you know, zombies.
I'm ready.
Speaking of which, don't forget to pick up a machete.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, if we come across one, I will grab it. Yeah, I wanted to test that as well. I know several really badass people who play Days Gone very well, who take, you know, they swear by the machete. That's like their favorite weapon.
Started using one because my favorite is the superior mace. But early game, you know, doing like a, you know, you play through the machete. That is where it's at. Even the lawnmower machete, which I think is a little weaker than the regular machete.
Yeah.
It's oh my god. It's so fucking good and it's so fun. There's some real cool little moves that you do. The one where when you finish them off, you stab through the heart with the machete. Think how big a machete
fucking
is.
brutal.
He just pushes it straight through the person's heart, which is awful.
Yeah.
But cool. And then there was one that I did where I swung the machete and I chopped a guy's head
clean in half. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah.
I'm going to post it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Days Gone Pod on Instagram. And I took off the lower jaw and the tongue was still on the lower half of the corpse, and everything above that was gone.
Yeah.
So you can just see the jaw
Fucking brutal.
and the tongue, and then everything else above it was gone. It was, pretty badass.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. Yeah.
What'd I just say? I don't care. And I'm not your bro. Remember what I told Iron Mike.
Carlos can go fuck himself. I love that
As
line.
he says, in a zombie apocalypse, his samurai swords are too cheap. I'll take my scimitar. It's practically
A machete, yeah, right?
Bingo.
Let me see. Ah, nice. This ought to make the old man happy.
The same.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
No, you're just a wimp.
What are you talking about?
You know the old man. Same with me.
I got this.
Nice. He thinks that his treaty with the Rippers is gonna keep us safe. The thing is, they don't give a shit about any treaty. The only reason they haven't come down here in force is because they're too busy up north, hitting Copeland, the hot springs.
Yeah, I know, I was there.
Because I has a
You know what I'm
point.
talking about.
He does.
The Rippers.
And Iron Mike
Doing the right thing for the wrong reasons.
He's gonna let those bald-headed freakalikes wash over us like a goddamn red tide.
Skizzo, you don't know that.
They're doing the wrong thing for the right reason. Something like that.
Maybe it's not the wrong reason though. I mean, he does
Yeah.
want to protect. At this point in the game, he does want to protect our slave.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. They should go and eliminate the Rippers. I mean, fuck the treaty, you know. Forget about the treaty. Just go ahead and go take care of the Rippers. But stabbing Iron Mike in the back and taking the camp away from him through, you know, through subterfuge and treachery, that's not the way to do it. And that's why Deacon won't have anything to do with it.
Yeah. But if Skizzo genuinely believes, I feel convinced by Skizzo that he does think. I know I'm second guessing myself, but he does think that Iron Mike is not the man that should be in charge.
Yeah.
That he is going to bring the Rippers down on them.
Yes. But there are better ways to handle that. Ooh, there's a machete right there.
Machete.
Pretty sure there's at least one more.
This was the moment in the game where I actually started to really start to think about the story. And really start to think about treaty with the Rippers, with Iron Mike. I was wondering what was going to happen because I believed Skizzo 100%. And I was like, oh shit. And Mike is going to get everyone killed. This treaty is a bad idea.
I think that's all the bastards.
Yeah.
This is going to go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
It does go horribly wrong for a different reason. But
They knocked over my bike. Assholes.
The same
I
assholes
hate that.
who parted out the bikes. Ride by
Didn't
this
knock
is
over
ours.
Skizzo's bike.
Figured they'd make an easy score.
It's interesting.
I guess it wasn't as easy as they'd hoped.
The line in the mission logs that I really like, where Deacon says, "You damaged my bike, I damaged your head."
Well, then don't say it.
Oh, Kat mentions the Rippers have an interesting machete. I do really like the what is it called? Is it the Ripper Ace? The Ripper Club?
I can't recall now.
Get now.
Ripper Axe, I think. Is that the Ripper Axe, or is that something different? Oh, but yeah, this is where he's talking about taking the camp from Iron Mike.
We see eye to eye. I get that now. You know, same as me. If Iron Mike don't wake the hell up, the camp's not gonna last another 6 months.
Okay, still waiting for your point.
Look, I know I've been busting your balls. We both know that. But a lot of people know what you've done. For your friend.
See, this is the moment
been
where I
doing
don't
shit for the camp.
buy Skizzo. This is where I think he thinks he's saying what Deacon wants to hear.
Yeah.
And he's
Iron
wrong.
Mike,
That's why it backfires.
tires, let's call it.
His Deacon will not have anything to do with treachery like that.
Camp together.
You and me. Run the camp.
I like the way it's when Iron Mike retires. You know, like, you don't have to have anything to do with that. Like, I'll
Yeah,
take your
right.
son
And Deacon
aside.
just cracks up like, yeah, right.
They agree. Most of them say the old man's gotta go.
Yeah, that's bullshit because Ricky would never go for
Well, she's as soft as
and
the old
Mike
man. And you
trusts you.
Exactly.
This is-
Mike,
this is one of
trust
the-
you. That's the key. Mike, trust you.
Fine. Look, we all do things to survive, Skizzo. I
Mistake.
get that.
And this is why
There's some lines
Skizzo
I
goes on to
crossed.
try to get rid of Boozer.
Stabbing a friend in the
I
back.
wholeheartedly believe it because he wants
Yeah.
to isolate Deacon,
Yep.
and the entire
put Deacon in a more
And that's pretty much the only way you can hurt
Eyeball
Deacon at this.
headspace.
Yeah, that's the only way you can hurt Deacon at this point is to hurt Boozer. You know, that's the only way. That's how
strip
you
away-
get to Deacon by hurting Boozer.
strip
Yeah.
away Boozer and Ricky and Iron Mike.
Yeah.
Think about the kind of man Deacon would be.
Yeah.
That would be the kind of man that Skizzo can maybe control, manipulate.
Yeah.
You know, because Deacon would get a little hot-headed, would get a little wild, would get a little, like, not think about his actions fully.
Yeah.
That's a very easy man to manipulate.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's rule number one, you know, in the art of war, you know, get your enemy angry, you know, trick them into losing their cool and being angry, and then you can manipulate them far more easily.
And Deacon, you know, as we've discussed many times, he is fully in the grips of
Lost
anger
Lake Camp,
and
come
rage. I mean, he's coming
Deacon
out of
St.
it at this
John,
point, but
Iron Mike.
losing Boozer
Yeah.
put him straight back in it.
Yeah. Sure.
100%.
Yeah, Mike, we got him. Skizzo's on his way back.
DCL points out Skizzo has
Listen,
a hickey.
Mike,
I don't know anything about that.
That's great. That's great. Now, we can't use him till we find some dead cord. You know
Nothing to
that,
do with
right?
me.
I'll take a look through the files we got.
Mike, listen to me. Skizzo, he's
Jesus, what now? You boys
The
trying to shoot
Headhunter
your
points
damn
out that
heads
it's
off
the
again?
only way that Skizzo can
No,
hurt Deacon.
Mike,
He knows
but
that
he,
taking Deacon on straight up is
to run the
suicide.
camp, Mike. He told
Yeah.
me.
Because he knows that
Oh, hell, I know all
He-
about
that-
that. Remember
that
I
Deacon
told you
sees
already.
through Skizzo.
Skizzo thinks
Yeah.
I'm a pacifist
And see
and
here,
gonna get us all killed.
Deacon
I
is
know
trying to
that's
tell Iron Mike about their, like, dude, there is literally a
Skizzo's got his
plot
issues, but
to take you out and remove you from power, from authority, machete, and Iron Mike's just blowing it off. Like, yeah, whatever, you know. I already know about that. Whatever.
Jesus, all right. Have it your way, Iron Mike.
Okay, so we're going to try the machete for a little while.
The only problem with the machete is its durability. It's
Boozer.
pretty low.
Yeah, low durability. That's
You
okay.
have
We
to remember to repair it.
yeah, we
You
have.
never really use the melee weapon
I
anyway.
rarely ever use melee. With my playstyle, if I'm using a melee weapon, that means I've already fucked up, lost control of the battlefield, and let the enemies get too close.
Whereas I like to use a melee weapon as the enemy let me get too close. Oh, I see.
Nice. Yeah. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Yep.
Okay, so I see two behind the log over there. That's all I see right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, what's interesting here is if you set your ranged weapon to be over the other shoulder, and then you pop out your BFG, it will also lean out a little bit further.
Looking into it. It takes time.
Don't get your hopes up, brother. That's all I'm saying. Out.
Raiders.
There he is.
Bastards will kill me if they get the chance.
Come on. Oh, man.
Okay.
Anybody else?
This is Radio Free Oregon.
Shut up, Cope.
She'll set you.
Yeah, Cope, not today. Not in the mood for your truth or bullshit.
And here's another one where you get a headshot, and they still have their hat and their hair, but their head is missing.
Just like pink misted their head.
Yeah, right. Atomize their head, atomize their face, and they're still got a hat and hair.
As I said, or maybe did you shoot the invisible man? Invisible man was a dumbass for wearing clothes.
Right?
Invisible.
Yeah. Easy target.
So you drove past a cairn and you didn't stop to kick it over.
What's a cairn? Oh, fine.
No, don't have
No. No, I
Dear Crossing, there was a time where that was a bad idea, and you know what?
Into it, aren't you?
Still is.
You know me so well. It worked. I actually wasn't sure if that was going to work. There. Are you happy now?
Yeah. Kat says, I keep trying to rescue NPCs, but when I do, I can't get the dialogue to send them to camps. She asks if there's any tips. Can I take this one?
Sure.
Sorry, Dee.
Shoot them in the head and loot their body.
Yes,
If
but
they
then
don't
you
want
don't
to
get
get
the trust and
rescued-
credits, man. Then you don't get the trust and credits.
But you get the loot.
You do get the loot, though. Yeah,
There are always more hostages to rescue.
I mean,
There's
hey,
always
yeah, if
more
there's
to
no hostage, then there's no hostage situation, right?
Exactly.
Oh, goodness. No, for real, though, Kat, that does happen sometimes. Generally, if you just shut the game down, just close the game, restart your machine. If you're playing on PC or whether you're playing on PlayStation or whatever, just restart the machine. So just close the game and restart the machine, and generally, things will start to act right after that. Generally. Quasimodo says he would have laughed if I'd wrecked the bike trying to do that. Yeah, Cat's playing on PlayStation, yeah. Just avoid using rest mode and restart your PlayStation often. Days Gone will run as well as it can.
What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah, what do you mean you don't know?
Yeah, he was, and then he took off.
Some shit.
What the fuck are you telling me?
Get off me! Look, he grabbed a bottle of whiskey. He said he was going home.
He grabbed a bottle of whiskey.
Motherfucker, and you didn't even try to stop him, did you?
Hey, we tried.
Not I gave him a bottle. He grabbed a bottle.
You gotta know.
Where did he get the bottle from?
Then, hey, we tried. We tried to stop him. You gotta know when a man's done.
Yeah.
Just that who's we for a start?
Right.
Hey,
We tried.
Sorry, no idea what.
And then, also, how did you try?
Yeah. What did
Obviously,
you
didn't very
try?
hard. Because you were probably like, "Hey, Boozy, you probably shouldn't go out." Nah, look.
Yeah,
he's
whatever.
fucked up, and go.
Yeah.
Did I stop you, Blair? Could I?
No. I heard there was a big fight between Skizzo and Iron Mike. What's going on? Do you know? I mean, I hear things like... Don't be such a stranger.
I'm gonna need my bike.
Oh. Yeah, I was trying to refill it. I was trying to refuel it and repair it, but I guess that's not necessary for these missions anyway.
Ricky, you there?
What's wrong?
Boozer went out, but he didn't come back.
Shit. You heading up there? Need help?
No, I'll find him.
Dandy Denny says, what liquor store is still open?
Yeah, right.
Boozer.
And I'm assuming that they... you find there's like beer bottles and stuff.
I'm assuming that they make their own.
Also, in... Well,
Where the hell are you?
in Skizzo's
It's
cabin,
dark
you
out.
do find a bunch of liquor bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's the one who's organising like the jobs and the runs. Think about all the runs that people go missing on. Who organises the runs?
Jesus,
Yes,
stay
ma'am.
there. I'm coming to
Organise
get
the
you.
run that
Oh, yeah.
Lisa gets lost on. Skizzo. So if his guys are going out on runs like the ones that he trusts,
Yeah.
guaranteed they're picking up as much liquor as is left in Lost Lake, scavenging every little corner for it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna get dibs on that?
Yeah.
Skizzo. And his
Obviously.
goons. Like,
Sure.
Just like Tucker
That's
has her
that's
way.
his
keeping her
way
deals
of
in place.
coercing and paying his goons, yeah. Or one of his methods, yeah.
Get the
Alright, here's the farm.
people you don't
This is where
care
Ricky
about
said
to
the
go out
work
on
crew
runs
was.
to get
Boozer!
shit, and you just take
There, Boozman!
one or two of your trusted inner circle to kind of supervise, rid of whoever you want to get rid of out in the
Hey,
shit,
where's Boozer?
get whatever you want to pick up.
Work crew's gone home.
And your guys have got first dibs, or they're the
big
trusted
guy
ones who'll
with
bring
one
it
arm.
back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you mean. He headed off that
Yep.
way, towards the old farmhouse.
Sure.
Getting a ride there.
And it's been working for him so far until
Stay
Deacon
here.
came along.
Radio me or Ricky.
Sure, man. Whatever.
Quasi asks if it's screamer time. I think that's
Maybe.
what we're looking to do.
Looking to do a screamer, huh?
Well, you know what I mean. Sometimes I start speaking and then I get my sentences all wrong. I'm a writer, not a speaker.
Not a speaker, huh?
That is one of the reasons why I do the podcast, is because I am so fucking terrible sometimes at finishing my sentences and finishing my thoughts and being coherent when I speak. I do fuck up sentences a lot, exactly like that.
You there?
And I'm trying to get better, and I do the podcast and I do things like this live stream to try to force myself to get better. At this point, I've been doing podcasts since 2015. I've done this live stream. I've done fucking YouTube videos like paranormal investigation shows and things like that, where I have to think on my feet and speak and be articulate, and I still suck at it. So I don't think
I
it's
don't know
worked.
about all that.
Still trying. It's a work in progress. Yes, this is the mission where we unlock screamers and have to face our first one. It's the sentence I should have said.
Now, this is kind of tricky because I think sometimes she takes different paths. But I really get you're supposed to do the proximity mines. I really get a kick out of eliminating these characters before they have a chance to actually do anything. Let's see what happens.
This is going
Quasi says, yeah, drop that mine. Screamers love a good bang. Joe Schmo wonders if Blair's a screamer.
Whoa.
No, with that like flat tone to her voice, no, I'm pretty sure she's not.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess it depends on your technique, but you know,
Boozer,
Oh, good point.
are you in here?
that's all relative.
Nope. This looks like it. Good book to read. Whiskey bottle. Wait a second.
I think one of my bombs went off too soon. Oh man, I had a premature detonation, didn't I? Oh, and all
said it,
my
not me.
friends know now. Oh, I feel gross.
Not only did you have a premature detonation, but you had it live on the internet in front of hundreds of people. Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Hey, it happens sometimes. It happens to everybody, man. Oh, good Lord. All right. Here we go. Y'all ready? Look at the legs on that one. That's a tall drink of water right there.
probably was quite the looker back in a day.
Probably. Let's see if the other mines get her. That one mine did go off too soon. Maybe? Nope. No, ma'am.
I always get freaked out with the way they run. The screamers. They have this weird, like, little shuffly, fast thing. It kind of reminds me of, like, sort of zombie grandma or something. With the machete.
Oh, yeah, right. I literally did not even think about using a melee weapon. Did not even cross my mind.
Use melee weapon, or use the machete on whoever you see next.
Okay.
Please. Because the machete is fucking awesome.
Yes, dear. All right.
Okay, let's take a look around.
Oh, yeah, we gotta search
I
this.
got you on those ammo cans. Are you actually picking up ammo cans?
I did use a few rounds. I used a few shells on that screamer.
They're a finite resource.
They are a finite resource. They don't respawn.
They had to be used.
Well, there is that.
I did have a moment earlier where I realized I was being inefficient with picking them up.
Oh, yeah?
Because they'll only give you whatever it is you need, and I tend to pick them up a lot, so I'm never low on ammo. I realized when I picked one up and it said +1 pistol ammo.
Yeah, right. They only, yeah.
Like, oh, for fuck's sake, like one,
yeah.
like it will.
You wasted that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was when I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Maybe now I understand a little bit of what Rex is saying.
Yeah. I mean, if you just don't need it, you just don't need it. Yeah. Yeah, right. And that is my point, really, is just save them for if you actually need them.
Yeah. I like to pick them up because then you don't ever need them.
Yeah,
because you always have ammo. But then I don't rely on the guns all that much.
Yeah.
I am, as I said earlier, play from a distance. I like the sniper rifle.
Are you in here?
And, you know, I like the things you can throw, Molotovs and mines and, not mines, grenades and things like that. Or I'm doing things from stealth and getting up close and personal, but like stabbing people, you know, from behind and things like that. And using the melee weapons as a kind of like a...
Where are you?
I guess because it doesn't cost anything. I mean, scrap, but scrap is easy to come by.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, so the.
Where are you? Would you look around? Did you tell me what you see? What's nearby? Give me a landmark or something.
I don't understand this.
Already told you.
What was it? What was I saying? Ammo cans. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like. I don't feel like I would ever be in a situation where I'm out of ammo and like, oh my god, I need ammo right now, and shit, I used all the ammo tins already or picked them up already.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, there really are plenty.
Ready, go ahead.
Yeah, there really are plenty. You can use them as you see fit. That's what I normally tell people online is, you know, when I'm just giving advice or whatever. It's like, yeah, I mean, the ammo cans are there. Use them as you see fit. Just understand that is, in fact, a finite resource. They do not respawn.
I was going to say, people in the chat talking about the screamers humming, which I think is a really
isn't
cool
that
detail.
creepy as fuck? Yeah, that is really creepy. I love it when they do that.
Yeah. As Quasi says, it's creepy when you hear them before you've seen the scream.
Yeah.
Because you just sort of pause, and I always duck and run to a bush, and I'm like, where is it, where is it, where is it, where is it? Fuck, 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 fuck.
Yeah, right.
The road's gone.
Oh yeah.
Now we got some pretty story-heavy stuff coming up here. In fact, I believe, didn't you play a clip of this in the Boozer episode of the podcast that we did?
Oh yeah.
The one where we had where Jim Peary made the exclusive statement for your podcast. Yeah.
What's that? That's gotta be him.
Now, do we want to take the Horde back to Lost Lake Camp, or do we want to do it right?
But right.
Do it right? Okay.
The chat.
Whoa, hey, check this out. Basics of Pain. BOP says, thank you for the stream. Looking forward to Tuesday and Saturdays every week. Right on. Thanks, man.
How's your Saturday night stream going?
Oh, the Saturday night stream. Yeah, I finally got to resume my, we're calling it Samurai Saturday now. Thanks, Claire. Full credit for that one. We are now calling it Samurai Saturday.
As a writer, I know how to
Yeah, you come up with a good title every now and then.
Alliteration.
Yeah. I finally got to resume Samurai Saturdays after taking a few weeks off, and I had a fantastic time last week. In fact, I gotta say, that's probably one of my favorite streams so far. If I'm being entirely honest, that one was a lot of fun.
Boozer, you there?
Of your favorite
Close.
Saturdays?
I followed your tracks.
Yes, my favorite Samurai Saturday so far.
Okay.
Come on, man.
We have requests in the chat to take the Horde back to camp just to see it. Joe Schmo says, I know what happens, I just think it's fun.
I just think it's fun, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying is, do we want to take the Horde back to Lost Lake or do we want to do it right? So, we are taking the Horde back to Lost Lake.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
She says, that was a cool Saturday night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of hot, actually.
Do like your Saturday night streams.
Yeah.
They're really fun. Like, I love being on, on this with you and playing Days Gone, but Ghost of Tsushima is one of those games that really want to play. I own it. I've been playing the Legends mode or whatever the fuck it's called. It's not Days Gone. I know what it's called. I'm just not. I can't bring myself to
and for
care
you,
about another game.
For you, on the Saturday night streams, you get to let your hair down, relax a little bit, and just have a good time, and not really worry about anything else. Where here, you on the Tuesday night feedback loop live streams, you've actually got to work. I put your ass to work.
I thought I was in charge and I'm putting you to work. Isn't that how this
Wait a minute. I didn't agree to that.
A little late for a stroll.
All right.
Hey, how's it going, old buddy?
Boozer, where are you going?
Home. That's where I'm going, home.
So we can't go back to O'Leary Mountain.
No, I'm not going to fucking O'Leary Mountain. I'm going to Farewell.
Shit, come on. We gotta get...
You don't want to be doing that.
You want to take a swing at me? Fine. Get in line behind them. Bring it! Okay. So this is it? This is how we're going out?
Get out of here, brother.
No, I don't think so. Huh, Boozer? Huh? Bro? Boozer? The night your old lady was killed. What did I say to you?
What did I tell
Oh,
you?
what did I say to you, huh? I found you halfway through a case of whiskey. You're gonna drink yourself to death. What did I say to you?
You grabbed a bottle, and you chugged it. It was a lot of goddamn whiskey. And you told me that if I was gonna drink myself to death, you'd be right there with me. That's what brothers do.
So is this how we go out? Yeah.
How they're both really kind of amped up, but both realizing
we should probably get the fuck out of here.
You can see the moments, like Boozer's eyes over. He's his eyes kind of shift, and he's just like,
yeah. And
fine, let's get the hell out of here.
And Deacon's like, I don't have my MG55, so we should probably burn off. Uh-oh.
I did try doing this the SpawnicusRex way one time, and I left a mine at this ambulance as I went through this on the way in.
Did you blow yourself up?
No, it doesn't blow up. It blows up the... Is it the mine or was it a remote block? No, I'm pretty sure it was a proximity mine or something like that. And it does blow up the freaks, but it doesn't really help you.
Yeah.
They're not really
and they keep spawning like these ones that spawn off to the side here. I think they have like 3 or 4 separate spawn points along the path. Okay, let's try not to get too far ahead of them. We're going to lead this horde to Lost Lake Camp. I want to get them coming up the hill. Right here as you crest the top of the hill.
Yeah, you get so many good photos in this as well.
I know, right? Check this shit out. We want the freaks in the back or the guys on the bike? Focused in.
Bike.
Guys on the bike?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Joe Schmo, how much longer until it's your birthday? And what time zone you're in? Dandy Denny points out the Deacon has been off the rails for 2 years. That he would totally, if Boozer was like, yeah, this is it, let's go out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Deacon would totally be by his side. I mean, I think he'd be by his side anyway, even from before.
Sure.
But he would probably be a little bit more like, no, dude, let's leave. Like, seriously now, let's get out of here. It's really good.
You like that?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, let's go.
Definitely in this world, Deacon has... I mean, Boozer tells him you've got a death wish.
Yeah.
But he's almost unafraid of dying. Although at this point in the story, it's starting to have some hope. You know, for Sarah and for, you know, possibility that she might still be alive. Ooh, 2 hours left.
2
until
hours?
Joshua's birthday. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Look how slowly you're driving, just to draw them all up.
Yeah, I'm actually having a hard time driving this slow. It's really a problem for me.
Dan Izzo in the chat saying, I'm loving this.
Oh, hey, what's up, Dan?
Joe says, then I'm officially in my late 20s, might as well be 30. 30's when it starts to get fun.
Yeah, man. Old enough to know what the fuck you're doing, but still young enough to have fun doing it.
Deacon, the pace center for the Sherman's Camp to Lost Lake Marathon.
Open the gate? Open the gate? Oh shit, we're fucked. We are fucked, man. Whoops. So, I guess maybe I shouldn't have driven quite so slowly.
Yeah.
All right.
Faster then.
Okay, so it is possible to take the Horde into Lost Lake Camp with you. And it's really funny because there's only like one guy up in the tower who's actually actively shooting at the Horde. And because it is a carry a passenger mission, you cannot get off of the bike to engage the Horde. Because it is a carry a passenger mission, you cannot draw your sidearm to handle the Horde even a little bit at a time. So you literally just have to drive circles around inside Lost Lake Camp, waiting for that one guy in the tower who's actually doing his job. And it's actually pretty funny. It's frustrating, but it is funny.
Survive the mission?
Yes.
You take... Oh, anytime I've done it, the Horde just swarms up onto the tower and he dies.
No, I've never seen any of the NPCs in camp die. I've never seen that happen. They always, if you can keep moving long enough.
Maybe I just get bored and leave.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But they do swarm into Lost Lake.
They will actually
or
come into Lost Lake Camp. Yes, they will enter the camp. What they do actually is they come up right over here.
I would have been dead a long time ago.
Like right there. that path directly straight ahead of us, they'll come up that path right there into the camp and swarm around inside the camp. And there's one guy up in this tower on the right here that's actually shooting at them. And what you have to do is you have to just drive donuts around inside the camp to avoid the freakers as well as you can until they finally kill all of them. But you can't do anything. You can't get off the bike. You can't draw your sidearm. You cannot do anything. All you can do is just drive around.
How long does that take? How long does that take?
I have a video of it. I actually have a video up on my YouTube channel. I think the title of it is Lost Lake Camp is Not Secure or something like that. And it's just another example of, what a great job Skizzo does as head of security at this camp,
He's trying to get you and Boozer killed.
Yeah, right.
See, Joe says, I've never had that, Rex. I've always had them come in and kill the tower and then, Spike stopped moving for me.
Interesting. Nope. I mean, shoot, just take a look on my YouTube channel. You'll have to scroll back a little ways. It's a pretty old video. It's one I made quite a while back.
Maybe it was an update they did, or maybe it just depends on certain circumstances, certain variables.
Possible. I'm honestly not sure. I'm honestly not sure. I've done it several times, and it's turned out the same way every time.
Maybe you just know everything, and no one can do it differently.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't think we need anything about Boozer's arm.
Where? How's it going?
I might be able to squeeze in another story mission or so. I do have to work in the morning, so unfortunately I can't invest too much time in tonight's stream.
Hey Ricky,
as much as I would love to.
A favor to ask.
Yeah, what's up, Deke?
It's about Boozer's arm.
You mean you have a life?
I saw that hook.
Side of life?
No, I have a job.
And, it's great, but don't you think it might be better if instead of a hook, I don't know, maybe with something like a
I love this line.
blade or something,
Oh, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
So
sorry about that. So, you
want me to weaponize Boozer?
Prosthetic blade for Boozer?
Interesting. This is the second time in the game woman has made Deke's hand dirty, and he's gone like, ugh.
Knowing he's a mechanic and,
that way.
The biker, and I mean, especially now it's ridiculous. Like, Deke, you have so much literal shit all over you and blood.
And I will reveal what I need.
You're worried about a little bit of grease.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Dan Izzo says it's cooties. About the cooties. Yeah, Dandy Denny says for someone who was a mechanic, Deke is weird about grease.
Right.
You here to buy something?
Buzz.
Yeah, that's Buzz. Okay. I thought I had the name right. And he says, don't beat her up too bad. What if she likes it rough, Buzz? What then?
I used to be a cop.
All right, let's see. What do we have next? I believe this is the one where you leave camp and Iron Mike contacts you. Yeah, wait for Ricky's call. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Should be getting a call from Iron Mike any second now. Maybe. Hope so. Maybe? No? Well, I don't want to drive all the way to Marion Forks if he's not actually going to call us on the radio. Interesting. Usually it's as soon as you leave camp. Maybe we should try to run a camp job and see what happens.
Joe says, in response to your what if she likes it rough, then don't beat her up too bad.
Ah, well, okay.
Just don't destroy her.
Fair enough.
St. John.
Kat is wondering if Chrissy has moved yet. I don't believe she has made the move to California just yet, and that's coming up next month. You happen to know?
I do not know exactly when, but yeah, they have not moved yet.
I think she said it's in a few weeks, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
Deke, a group of men rode
Let's
in,
go ahead and pick
shot
up a
the
camp
gate,
job,
they wouldn't let
and
them in, they rode off.
we'll see if the next story mission pops while we're doing
They
that.
headed west, but they didn't go far. They set up camp just north of Eden Hill. I think they might be planning another attack, so I need you to take a look.
Jeremy McGee in the chat. I'm Mike, you senile bastard. You forgot to call Deke.
Right.
I mean, we did have Skizzo telling him earlier that his memory was bad. So
Yeah, right.
he is going senile.
Why y'all gotta do my boy Mike like that? Alright, let's go ahead and set that as our current mission. Okay, and this is the one... yeah, okay, got it.
I got it.
Which is this one?
I'm sorry?
Which mission is this one?
This is the Drifters at Eden Hill.
Oh, Miranda's making meatloaf palm if anyone wants some.
Meatloaf what? No, really, meatloaf what? Meatloaf
like-
parm.
Palm, like parmesan? I
Parmesan?
presume? That's how you say it, yeah.
That's how I say it.
Um,
But what do I know? I'm just a simple boy from small town Texas.
said it, not me. Dan Izzo says, you'd have to be going a little sideways in the brain to have a treaty with the Rippers.
I mean, alright, I'm gonna give you that one, brother. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Although, well, this isn't really defending I Mike all that much, but
There it
Quasi
is.
and I
There's
talked
the
about it
radio
on
call.
the-
Go ahead.
Quasi and I talked about this on our departure episodes of the Days Gone podcast. With I Mike, the way he, his mentality and the way he's trying to be an idealist, for lack of a better term, trying to set the world right, trying to atone for his own mistakes. What he's trying to build at Last Lake. He is trying to view all people
like you said,
as
I don't
redeemable.
ask.
Perhaps that's why he trusts Skizzo.
Okay, what do I need?
It's definitely part of
blade or
why he
metal
gives Deacon a second chance, or definitely why he gives
Sure.
Deacon a
Yeah,
second chance.
absolutely.
And it's also
Wait.
it's said in the mission logs. It's said in the mission logs that he does think of the Rippers as redeemable,
Yeah.
as having
There's still people.
the ability to. They're still people. They have the ability to be redeemed, and it's kind of implied that it's like, who is he to take away that chance?
Yeah.
What do you think to the machete?
Well, 3 hits to make a kill, so, I mean, it's no better or worse than anything else so far.
How does it feel?
3 hits to make a kill.
All right, whatever. You've lost your machete privileges.
I mean, really just that one kill, it was really fast. It's got a really fast attack rate. So those 3 hits were as fast or faster than 2 hits from the axe to make the same kill. So
Speed over
power. Yeah.
Yeah. It's how you define efficiency.
Yeah. Generally, I'm going to go with the highest DPS, but sometimes highest DPS is affected by speed. You know, the faster the attack
Yeah,
rate,
if you can't
the higher the
swing
damage per
a
second.
weapon, you can't swing a weapon and actually make a hit because whatever you're, trying to attack can move out of the way or whatever in time.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to wake you.
Very.
Yeah.
After working
Definitely.
the shovel all day, I pretty much pass out as soon as I hit the bunk. What's going on?
Just checking on you, brother. Just making sure that you didn't, wander off on another midnight dance with a horde.
Hey, don't worry about me. From the sound of it, you're the one out on a joyride.
Men coming.
Hey, I gotta get some.
Hey.
Dan makes a good point in the chat.
What's that?
100% agree. I 100% agree with you about Iron Mike. If there was ever a time to bend on the whole, it's either us or them mindset. Rippers have got to go.
Rippers, you got to go.
Okay, Ricky, I'm near Eden Hill. Yeah, Drifter's still here.
Can you handle it?
I've always thought that was funny where Ricky asked him, "Can you handle it?" Like, ma'am, did you forget who you're talking to?
Have you met Deacon?
Yeah, like seriously.
You've not been watching her live stream playthroughs. You've not seen any of this, Ricky.
Right? Like, did you really forget who you are talking to? Can you handle it?
Why send him?
Yeah, if you don't think he can handle it, why send him? Sure.
Although maybe it's, indicative of her concern for him.
Yeah.
Either
Well,
as a
she's
friend or
thirsty
as
for him,
something
all
more.
right.
Well, I mean,
Oh, shit, one more.
always say that. People always assume that, but
You think she was just trying to do him a favor, huh? Just trying to help heal his troubled soul.
No, she obviously is hitting on him, but I don't know. You imply that she's constantly thirsty for him, and I don't think that's the case. I think she has a little more nuance to her character. And I think she can be concerned about him as a friend, as well as, want to be friends with benefits. Or want to be friends with benefits.
Got it. Finally.
Yeah, what was it you said in the podcast? That, she's just taking one for the team. Yeah.
Deacon?
I mean, that was a joke.
I know. Just fucking with you.
There's a whole line of women who are gladly stepping up to volunteer to take one for the team.
Hell, we'll take 2 or 3 for the team.
I mean, that is a classic character, or not even character, like in real life, that kind of damaged boy that the girl wants to fix. Like, that is an archetype. And you see it a lot in, like, media, a lot of TV shows, movies, video games. That's a common trope that is used, the sort of, the hero, the anti-hero, I guess, the sort of hero who has, a lot of flaws.
Mm-hmm.
It
Troubled past,
can be,
broken soul.
Yeah, it can be very, very attractive. I don't know exactly why. Someone who knows more about psychology could probably get into that a lot more, but that idea of like, Deacon is so troubled and alone, but if I could fix him. I could be the one that he trusts and opens up to, and that's just something that a lot of people find attractive.
You think? Hey,
Yes,
you're supposed to climb that.
Miranda says, maybe take a shower first, though. Tandy Kenny's like, unless she's into sweaty. But yeah, I always think that Deacon's just fucking stinky.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing for me, for Deacon, not to get too into this, but for the biggest turn off for me is kind of how he does have these moments of cruelty when he's talking about, like, torturing Skizzo, for example. And I'm not saying this as a sort of because I love Skizzo. It just kind of, Deacon can go really mean and callous and cold. And that is,
I think we actually have 2 hordes here. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, things are about to get wild here. I think we actually have 2 Hordes. And all I've got that's really effective for Hordes is the SMP-9.
Miranda says, the whole mission with the generator is a small hint from Ricky to Deacon to take a fucking shower, dude.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying? Seemed like it's getting worse. The amount of squatters and drifters we got coming through. No offense to present company.
See, I don't think that's just one Horde.
Yeah, Mike, it's...
I believe that's the Metolius Springs Horde, or Metolius Lava Cave Horde, and that's a big fucking horde, but that doesn't look like just one horde up there, and I've already taken out quite a few.
Yeah, I think you have 2 that have merged.
It does appear that way, doesn't it?
Come along at the same time.
Yeah.
Richie says, take a Skizzo shot. Have you invented a drinking game? It's around me. How many times can we get Claire
every time Claire mentions Skizzo?
Yeah, you're only going to get really fucked up. That's your game.
Yeah, it's about to be a wild fucking night, man.
I hope you got
somebody's going to jail, probably.
Or the hospital. You're only going to have alcohol poisoning by the time I'm done.
Ricky, yeah, I'll bet you got a job for me. Okay.
Seriously though, if you have invented a drinking game, I want to see these rules.
Yeah, right. I want to play.
Yeah.
Pick them up and lay them down. That's how we do it. There we go. I guess that was just the one horde.
Jeremy asked me specifically, wouldn't you say that the fact that Deacon overcomes his base nature of hideous acts to be an attractive quality, he expresses these desires but has the willpower to suppress acting on them?
Show you right, dog. That's my brother right there.
Very, very articulate thought. I mean, yeah, that's obviously part of Deacon's whole arc in the story. That's kind of what the whole game is about, is him going from this person who's right on the edge of being a terrible fucking person.
Yeah.
And he's already 99% there. And he's just about to give up the last shred of his humanity and lose it all.
Mm-hmm.
And we're watching. That's why we come in 2 years after the collapse. That's why, there's this thing in movies and in TV shows is you have to consider why your story starts when
at that
it does.
point. Yeah.
Why in this person's life is this the most interesting moment to start your narrative about them? For Deacon, a lot of the times with these kinds of movies, it starts at the beginning of the collapse. Or, when something specific kind of happens to them, some external force has an effect on them that changes their world or their environment, and they have to move to a new location, or they have, different external factors that make them adjust their lives. With this, there's nothing really going on apart from Deacon starts to have hope again. He steps back from the edge of the abyss and turns away from it. He's teetering on the edge. He's about to fall into it, and he doesn't. He steps back. And the whole game, that's what happens 2 years in, because it's taken him 2 years to get to that point where he has lost himself. And now we're watching him come back to someone who can regain his humanity, who can have hope and have relationships and be a part of what is going to hopefully become society. So to answer your question, the attractive quality that he's overcoming his base nature of hideous acts and expresses these desires but has the willpower to suppress it, I don't think that's an accurate description of what he does. Because he has fallen so far. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know so much about psychology, so I don't fully understand why we find that narrative so compelling. Because it is such a commonly used trope.
Fuel can.
Well, and the nature of attraction isn't really meant to be so easily defined, Sometimes you're just attracted to someone and you have no fucking idea why. Perhaps even they're not really your type. You just, find certain qualities about them attractive and don't even fully understand why.
Quasi says, better to have hope in your soul than soap in your... Oh, never mind.
Well, you know, whatever works, man. No kink shaming here. My goodness. Some people's kids. Oh, hello.
Jeremy disagrees. He says attraction is easily defined while highly individualized.
Ah, all right.
Which is true, but we're talking about something here that is a sort of kind of a universally, or a fairly universal situation that you know, the character of Deacon, you know, the sort of damaged soul, the tragic hero, is a very vague, and obviously he has specifics in the game, but it's a very vague, what's the word I'm looking for, like a archetype. You know, it's very broad.
Mm-hmm.
And yet it is something that people are drawn to, and I use the word attractive, not just like sexually attractive, but like,
right.
You know,
Intriguing.
Straight men love to be Deacon and are attracted to playing that type of character. You know, it's not like a sexual attraction, but he's still attractive in the way that he draws you in. You want to identify with him, and you want to understand him, and his story is compelling. I think it's a very broad archetype. It is quite universal because we do see it so often. I don't know if that speaks to our culture or if it's something that to help define our culture of movies and TV shows and video games and things like that, you know, pop culture, that we are drawn to this kind of character.
I'll come back later, finish burning out these nests.
That'll too, but where are you? Jesus, so wonder if the poor bastards had anything.
It's very fast. The machete is very fast.
Great defensive weapon because they can't get that hit in even when they're right on top of you because you move faster than they do. But it's also very effective because it is quite powerful. Forget to repair it, by the way.
Yeah. Definitely. There should be some scrap laying around here also right over here, I think.
Where was that?
Well, Headhunter, how is your granddad doing?
Yeah, man.
So you've he's home now, he's settled in. He's doing well. Sorry, I don't mean to go on for so long about attraction and attractiveness and, you know, kind of almost like, I feel like I'm talking people's ears off, but we all know, you know, kind of the tropes and the archetypes I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's exactly what we're here for, is to discuss those finer points of the game, you know. That's exactly what we're doing here.
On the back of the gas station there was the lawnmower machete.
I saw that. Yeah, the damage is much, much lower.
Right, but
it
it
looked
is
like the
still a really good
durability was
weapon.
about the same, but the damage was like significantly lower. Like shit, like something, what, like 30-40% lower, if not more.
Yeah. But if you need one early game and you can't find a regular machete, there's that one there.
You know, honestly, I would just go for the fire axe. If it's that early game, I would just go for the fire axe. For the
No, I'm
higher
telling
damage
you.
person. Like, no, I am telling you.
I'm telling you.
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
Headhunter's granddad is Doing well. He's walking short distances without the walker. And of incredible
Nice.
how far he's come since he came back home. That's awesome.
That is
really
nice.
Good news. Ozzy says there's a machete in the shed in the backyard of what I think is Tucker's house. I've never actually found her house. Never.
I believe
really
there's a
wandered
character
around.
collectible there.
Wait, is it in Hot Springs, right?
It's near Hot Springs, yeah. Right outside Hot Springs, I believe. I don't believe it's actually in Hot Springs Camp, but in that area. I could be mistaken, though, because it's been a long time since I did a run of looking for all the collectibles.
Might be one I've never found. I don't think I quite
Yeah.
got them all. Oh, he says it's across the road and up the hill from where Lisa was living.
Ah.
Marion Forks, across the road from Lisa.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that one then. Which collectible is that? Do you remember off the top of your head?
Thinking that's the one that talks about the death of her husband, if I
Oh,
recall
okay.
correctly.
Yeah,
I could be
I've
mistaken,
seen that
though.
one then.
Again, it's been a long time since I went hunting for the collectibles. I think we already killed this horde, didn't we? It's not a horde,
You
right?
knocked your bike over.
I know, right? Assholes.
Listen.
I'm going to have to try this weapon against some human enemies. Because against...
I like it against human enemies. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
we'll give that a try. Against these swarmers, I don't know. It's a melee weapon. It hits them a few times and they die, which is cool. Hang on, I gotta check my messages. What is this? Okay, just Reddit comments and stuff. We'll catch up on that stuff later. Let's see, I've got one more stop I want to make while I'm here. You know, since we're in the neighborhood. Wrong weapon.
That's it.
Okay, now is the, man, there they go knocking my bike over again.
See, now I feel like I've got you all annoyed about that because I get so pissed about that.
Right,
I hate
yeah,
it. I'm
it's
like,
rubbing
leave
off
my
on me,
bike
yeah.
alone.
Definitely. It's just a rock, right?
Oh, Miranda Satin is leaving. I
Oh,
see you on Saturday.
good night, Miranda. Yes, ma'am. We'll see you later. Be good, or be good at it. here we go. Now let's check out the machete against these guys. We'll try it against these human enemies here. Or not. Oh. That was pretty brutal. Okay, that's all the loot locations in this area. There are several more in Lost Lake, but we can do those later. It is actually getting a bit late for me. I think I'll be shutting it down here in a little bit. We'll get back to Lost Lake Camp and wrap up this story mission here. That'll be about it for tonight. 4:30 comes early, man.
Spam bots are getting a little bit more coherent.
The spam bots getting frisky.
There's actually like words in that one.
Put them in their place.
Rather than just random letters. If they may be kind of like becoming
Are the spam bots becoming self-aware?
No, they're becoming aware that we have no fucking idea what they're talking about. And they're like, oh, we need to maybe like start building towards actually inserting URL
Wait,
or
doing
some
what
sort
now?
of link or something.
They're going to start doing what now?
It's a grown-up thing you wouldn't understand.
Ouch. Probably just have a premature detonation anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm so hung up on Jeremy using the word verily.
That's my boy. You got to watch that dude. He'll surprise you sometimes. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go.
All out with the machete.
Take them all out with the machete.
Oh my god, more spam bots.
Time to go. Okay, let's take a look at our options. This horde's not too big. Yeah, we're just about done with them, actually.
Seems to be fucking you up a little bit, though.
Nah, we all right. Barely even broke a sweat. Okay, I think leading them...
But a flesh wound.
Yeah, 'tis but a scratch. I think leading them around the second tree here and around that pile of rocks should do it. Well, if we can see through the bushes. Got it. Here we go. How are we doing on ammo for this weapon? Not well, actually.
The machete.
Use the machete. Come on, let's go. Out of ammo. Time to go. Okay, that's the last of the horde. Not that weapon. That weapon. Ow. I don't think this is another horde. I think this is just Enemies running around at night. Okay, time to go.
Yeah, this is just your usual nighttime chaos.
Yeah, this is just nighttime. Hey, where'd you come from? Holy shit.
He may just actually have to run away.
You think?
Because they just keep coming and coming and coming, and...
Wait, what? They do what now?
It's a grown-up thing, you wouldn't understand.
Was it a premature detonation?
DZL says it's a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, right? This neighborhood went to shit in a hurry. That is a Reacher, and we should not have Reachers spawning yet. We have not even been to Crater Lake and I-97.
I swear I saw a
and look, now
screamer.
he's not. Did we just pick up a Reacher ear, though? I didn't notice what the bounty was that we got off of it.
Reacher ear.
It was Reacher ear? Okay.
Huh?
Interesting.
No, is he still a Reacher? Oh, no, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, the corpse there was
swear.
not a Reacher corpse.
I swear I saw a screamer before all those other freaks showed up.
Really?
I thought that was
That's
unusual.
very possible.
I didn't say it because I was like, well, it's not going to be because they shouldn't just be running around here yet. I think.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what called all of the freaks.
That's very possible. There did seem to be, I mean, even for nighttime, there seemed to be an unusually high number of freakers there. And Quaz says he was going to laugh if there was another Horde killer
killed.
pop up. Yeah. Yeah, that did seem a
Headhunter says,
bit
didn't think
excessive.
we'd see a Reacher this soon. Yeah, we absolutely shouldn't be seeing
No, absolutely not. Yeah, that was definitely a glitch of some sort.
Yeah. But we remember last time we thought there was a glitch with the breakers showing up. But we realized that once you unlock that mission, the breakers then start spawning in.
Yeah, that's
Then
my
if
guess.
You don't go to do the breaker mission.
Yeah, that's my guess. Which
We had
it
someone on
seems
Reddit had
accurate.
the same thing happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Really? I don't recall seeing that one. No, I don't recall
Just a few
seeing
days
that
ago,
one.
someone
Okay.
said that they were getting breakers popping up, and yeah, I think they'd unlocked that mission, hadn't gone to do it, and
Interesting.
doing
Okay.
breakers. So this doesn't explain why we've got a Reacher. We should not have a Reacher.
Right. There, I can't think of any reason for there to have been a Reacher. Just a glitch of some sort. Now, I have seen that sometimes on New Game Plus playthroughs, which this is, because it's like the game is still registering that you have a late game character with late game items and late game skills, so let's throw in some late game enemies, you know, stuff like that from time to time. But
Which I would like that if you did
Oh, fuck
New
yeah.
Game Plus and it did start with all the enemies as they are at the end of the
Sure.
game, when you can just
On a
wander
New
around,
Game
you know,
Plus, yeah.
triggers everywhere, and
Yeah.
screamers,
Absolutely.
everything, yeah.
certainly make it more interesting.
Andy Denny says, isn't there a glitch where the Reachers lose their hair after you kill them?
That's
And I
what
guess
just
that's what we've
happened.
seen.
Yeah, it's what it
Yeah.
looked like. Or if it
Either it
reverted
lost
back.
its hair or it just flicked into a different type.
Yeah, it reverted back to a standard swarmer like it should have been. Ooh, man, that was a badass flash of lightning. I wish I'd caught that in photo mode.
Never mind. Just Deacon. Yeah.
Deke, long time no see.
How's life treating you, Blair?
Okay. Good choice. Good one. All right.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do for our boy Boozer.
Hey,
Hey.
I got those parts that you asked for.
Oh, great. Well, check back in a few. I'll see what I can do. Yeah.
Ricky.
Thanks. Boozer's one of us now.
Yeah, Boozer's one of us now.
Yeah, and he's kind of stuck there, isn't he?
Not you and Boozer.
Boozer is one of us now. Not you and Boozer are one of us now. Yeah. Right.
I think that would have been kind of awkward to say, but I think that's why that line is in there, why it's written that way.
Yeah, because Boozer is one of us now.
You are still working on that. You've got ways to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy says Boozer is one of us, had to sting. Wonder if it would sting because it's like, yeah, Boozer is and you're not, or if it stings because Deacon at this point, it's hard to kind of track exactly where he is on his arc, because he is caring about the people at Lost Lake, but he's still, just doing some jobs just for a few days just to make sure Boozer gets what he needs. So it's like having Boozer become one of Lost Lake, you could see it as it would sting because Deacon doesn't want Boozer to become part of Lost Lake, because Deacon doesn't want to become part of Lost Lake. He still wants to be a drifter. I think actually at this point in the story, he's starting to not consciously realize, but perhaps subconsciously feel a connection to Lost Lake and to the idea of camp life.
Yeah, agreed.
Kat is leaving us.
All right. Be that way. No, actually, we're about to shut it down right now. Done about all I can do for tonight, and I do have to work in the morning, so it is about that time, folks. Claire, tell us about how we can buy you a coffee.
So, yeah, one way that I cover the overhead costs of the podcast, because there are lots of costs involved, and it's, making money podcasting is hard. But if anyone wants to contribute, wants to help me take care of some of that, I have an account with Buy Me a Coffee, which is a way where you can basically just throw a little money in the tip jar. It's buymeacoffee.com/daysgonepod. And like I said, that just helps me kind of with the overhead costs of running the show. You can also follow me on Instagram, daysgonepod, and find all the fun stuff that I post there, the pictures from the game and info about the episodes. And new episode just dropped just now. It's up on YouTube and Spotify and any podcast app. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find the Days Gone podcast. What about you, Rex? How can people help with the overhead costs of live streams?
As our good friend Basics of Pain demonstrated tonight, I do have live chat or super chats active for my live streams. So, if you want to contribute to the SpawnicusRex channel and give a little back for all the time that I've put into the community, I sure as hell appreciate it. And so you can do the super chats. I do have a Patreon set up. You can contribute to the Patreon, which that is also greatly appreciated. And yeah, man, that's about it for right now. Yeah, I really am tired. I'm fading fast. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Yeah, it's like I don't even have anything funny or creative to say. I'm just like, okay, we're done.
Also, just one other thing, don't forget to, I know this is a bit cliche, but subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And it helps the algorithm know that you like us and that other people might also like us.
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Even if it's a negative comment, just leave a comment. It's still, the algorithm still picks up on that. It doesn't care. All right. Well, hey, it has been an absolute blast. We really had a good stream tonight. I mean, I was really tired and stuff because I worked today and I got to work tomorrow and just working a buttload of overtime. But still, I love doing this stuff, folks. I really do enjoy this. I appreciate the community. Love you, folks. Love streaming with y'all. Love hanging out with y'all. It is time to shut it down. Good night, everybody.
Night.